For example, they tell you Indians were weak gene. They were so weak they couldn't even pick cotton, and that the white man was so his heart was softened by their struggles, and they kept allegedly running away and stuff like that. That they went and got a 9-foot tall, strong buck African that was immune to all types of diseases. No, that does not make logistical sense. Because for one, you got instances where what's this individual that made that Oyatunji village in South Carolina? He's not from South Carolina, mind you. He's from Philadelphia. He's a descendant of Boston King, one of those British loyalists. He fled from a smallpox outbreak that was killing a whole bunch of Black Americans. And mind you, the life expectancy of a slave was pretty much low, and the indigenous female were used to produce most of these chattel slaves on these plantations. It wasn't the African female because they were not acclimated to the land, and most likely they would have lost a whole bunch of children from that boat ride over here and being traumatized. And plus, the record said that they didn't really bring African women like that over here. So most likely they were utilizing African males to produce the first slaves within the United States. And they already knew the land, they knew how to farm it, and they preferred exploiting the indigenous female rather than utilizing the rebellious indigenous males. So they sent them away to the Caribbean and other parts of the Americas, and they utilized the indigenous females that they captured in war, and those captured children as well as like soldier slaves, or they transplanted them on plantation and mixed them up with African males to produce the modern African American population. But Henry Gates does not mention anything about the maroon communities. He doesn't mention anything about the free Negroes. Oh, he cherry picks the free Negroes that became slave owners that were in charge in 1790 through 1860, because he had one of his celebrity guests on the show. I think her name was Issa Rae, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. He found out that her family were slave owners. Same with Nas. They were Black slave owners.
Okay.
So he often skips over and cherry picks the history and doesn't want information to get out that gets us paid from like the Southern Claims Commission or these Indian rolls, or how the fact that they tried to erase a whole bunch of Indians and absorb them in the Negro population.
So you're saying like it should be. So you're thinking, okay, your I guess hypothesis is that okay, they have more Black males, more African, not even Black, more African males than women that they bring over here because they're looking for strong workers, right? And they have the female Native Americans already here in bondage, and so they mixed a lot, and that's how we get. It's some people asking for a link though. I don't know what he gonna do though. But it's like you get, so then we have basically most of the slaves being mixed that's the hypothesis. And so because they're mixed, they're saying that they're just gonna make them Black. And so therefore then they're not eligible for anything that they're given to natives, even though they may have a high native ancestry.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do.
Kenny, calm down. Hold on, because I want him to answer this, because I'm trying to understand what he was saying. Like, that's you're saying, like, so when they're giving these reparations to natives, a lot of people who should be eligible to get it are not, because they took away that ancestry
they
from them.
use matrilineal deception, because American Indians go by matriarchal bloodline. How you are an Indian is through the mother. But they changed that, incorporated their own white pretendian racialized system to kick Negroes out. And they also documented that Negroes were already in America prior Europeans arriving that had no
Where'd they
African
document
background,
that?
such as the Australoids.
Where'd
You
they
talking about
document
where's the
that?
documents? They
Okay.
already have it online. They
Ling, go
have it in records,
go
the
get
National History Archive
Now
Center.
I'm asking, where did this white man that y'all validate yourselves through? Where
What
did
white
he
man am I
document
validating?
America?
What
Right?
white man
I'm
am I
saying even
validating?
myself, right?
America
When the
is not a
white
white
man,
man.
hold on. I'm saying when you look at the white man's documents and you see 3/5 of a man, he's talking about me, the ancestor of, I mean, the descendant of slaves. He's talking about me when he's talking about 3/5 of a man. I'm
Indian
saying
was
you
also
black
a descendant of
aboriginals,
a
that
slave,
white
so
man don't even know
you're
y'all.
not talking about anything. You're not hitting on anything.
That white man doesn't know you, is what I'm saying. If you claim to be a black aboriginal, the white man is saying, I've dealt with the aboriginals. I've cleaned this whole nation out of them niggas. I either put them on a reservation or they're dead.
He didn't clean
That
them out
white
though.
man
That's the
knows.
thing. That's a pseudoscientific claim. So again, they did not move all the Indians westward to a reservation. Many of them stayed in the southeast and had to survive under that system of calling them Negro, mulatto,
And
and
where
colored.
were they? In the Southeast.
Maroon communities, free Negroes that were not even enslaved. What are you talking about? And even chattel slaves themselves, such as Spence Johnson.
So you're
In the
saying
Black
that,
Indian
so
slave
you're
narrative
saying that
book
these
used
black people that you
Choctaw.
claim were
Hold on, let me
aboriginals were
finish.
slaves as well?
There was
I'm
American
asking
Indian
you.
slavery that was going on, and there were barely any West Africans brought to the United States colonies. So the official numbers that your Negro Skip Gates put out from the white institution, the white liberal institution that chooses these safe Negro slave narratives, he put out there 399,000 alleged Africans came in. But during this recent times, Harvard Exchange of the slavevoyages.com, he decreased them numbers to 200,000 alleged confirmed slave voyages that made it to the U.S.
So let's
Out
keep
of
it real
all of that,
simple, right?
hold on,
I
brother.
don't know that brother
Out
or
of
his
all
work.
of that,
Hold
because
on, hold on.
All
Let
right.
him finish.
I'm
Let him
gonna
finish
wait.
real
All
quick.
right, I'm gonna wait.
y'all love to use Skip Gates to browbeat and gaslight Black Americans' Indian claims. Oh, I got straight hair and
I don't even
high
know who that nigga
cheekbones.
is.
My grandma said this, grandma
I
said
was
that.
saying the same thing.
Yeah,
I don't even
you
know who
say
that
that
nigga
shit. You
is. That's not my
ridicule grandma.
argument.
Hold on, brother. You ridicule grandma, but you using a self-hating coon as your
I
leader
don't
to
know that
browbeat
nigga,
and
brother.
gaslight like Black Americans, right?
I don't know that
Use the
nigga.
root. You use
I
the
don't
root
use him.
article. Yes, you do.
I don't know
Yes,
that
you
nigga,
do. You
brother.
sitting up here saying, "Oh, you use
I
the white
don't know
man,
that
you
nigga
use
you
the cracker
talking about.
man, you use the cracker man to try and delegitimize the
Nah, let's slow
African. The
down.
white
Let's
man
take
don't
it
want us
slow.
to know we's African." That's what you just got up here trying to
Let's take
gaslight
it
me
slow.
with.
Let's take it slow, right? What I'm saying to you is, in those same white man's documents you'll try to use to prove who you are, he doesn't even know who you are. I'm saying he recognizes me in his documents without question. He recognizes the slave, the African brought over from the continent in the white man's
The slave
document.
wasn't just an
It
African,
hold
bro.
on, but it blows my mind, right? That you aboriginals try to prove yourself through American documents when he only recognizes me. That beast only recognizes me. He don't know you. He don't
Wrong.
know no black
Wrong,
aboriginals.
wrong, 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 wrong,
All right, show me
double
different.
wrong. So again, let's go over the records. The records say that most of them allege, and this from the cracker man and your liberal coon safe Negro Skip Gates.
I
Let's
don't
not
know
play
that
this
nigga. I
rhetoric,
don't know that
emotional
nigga.
rhetoric.
I'm not talking about
No,
him.
no,
I'm
yes, we
talking about
are,
the founding
because that's your
fathers.
shield that
I'm
you want
talking
to
about the
use.
people that
That's
amended the
hold on, brother.
Constitution.
Brother, don't get your panties in a wad.
No, I'm just
Because you
saying
like
you could put
regurgitating
that
Rick
nigga to
Kittles
bed
and
though.
Skip
Listen,
Gates.
listen to what I'm
That's
saying.
your
Listen to what
chosen
I'm saying.
Negro heroes.
Listen to what I'm saying. I know
Hold
you want to
on,
hinge your
brother.
argument on him.
Slow
I
down
don't
that
know that
African
nigga.
talk. Slow down that African
I'm
talk.
saying
And
talk
that
to
white
me.
man, Philip Curtin, and I'm giving off a specific white man, mind you. He said that the numbers are fake pertaining to the West Africans being brought to the United States.
Okay.
And I know you ain't look over the records,
What's
Because
your
the
point though?
slave, hold on,
Here would
brother,
be my
because you keep
question.
saying
Here
that
would
the
look,
white
watch this.
man acknowledged me,
Watch
the
this, honey.
African, as
Watch
the
this, honey.
slave, but
Watch
not
how
one of you
easy it is.
fellows. That's what you just said.
You watch it, honey?
Yeah.
So if he's saying that the numbers were fake, right? He may be saying they were 100,000 instead of 300,000, 500,000, whatever, right? But he's still recognizing that slave trade, right? What I'm saying to you is, show me in his documentation where he recognizes you,
Gotcha.
right?
So American Indian slavery happened before an alleged African was brought over. An alleged African time window would have been 200 years ago, which is from 1626, which is on the slave data voyage database.
1626 will
So
bring
the
us to
official number is not even
1826.
1690, and they damn sure don't use.
Hold on, let's
They
slow
damn
down.
sure don't even
Hold
use
on, let's slow down.
1526.
You said 200 years ago, and then you said 1696. That would only bring us to
No, I said
1896.
1626.
All right,
Keep
that will
up.
only bring it even
So
worse.
again, that's
Even worse.
200
Hold on, slow
years.
down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Let's talk. Even worse. You said 200 years ago, and you used 1626. So that means you're
Yes.
only going to 1826. What was your point?
My point is there were no Africans being brought to the United States like that.
Who
So again, listen, stop
who would
babbling
agree
because
with
I know
you though?
you're in your emotions.
Nah,
So
I'm
again,
chilling.
I know you think you got some a
I
one
know I
up
got
over
that.
me, but you don't. I
I'm
know what
not
I'm
in my
talking about.
emotions. You're gonna talk
I know
over
what I'm
me
talking about. You
because you're
are. You
scared to
are.
let
You
me
said
talk.
the white
I'm not
man
in my
said I
emotions.
Yeah, but he
said
trying to ask a question, Tyron. Hold on.
so
Like
I'm ready
you
to
gotta
beat
let
up
both of
your
y'all.
arguments.
No, hold
condescending.
on. Both of
I'm
y'all
not in my
gotta let
emotions.
the other one
Talking.
talk so we can hear what both
Got you.
saying.
I'm
Okay,
saying,
so
I'm saying those same white men that they will use, right, in an attempt to invalidate me, those same white men don't even invalidate. Even in the example he's giving, if the numbers were fake, they weren't 500,000, they were 100,000. So what? He still recognizes me. Where does he recognize you? Since you want to use the white man's documents, the answer is he doesn't recognize you.
hold
Yes, he
on. Let him
does.
answer. Let him show where he feels he's recognized that.
I'm a mute
Got
up.
you. Yes, he does recognize Indian slavery. He just didn't count the Indian numbers because he was trying to remove the Indian altogether and make him a homogenous clump with the alleged African, you moron.
So show me
He
where he
literally used the
recognizes
term.
you.
If you look into the Portuguese use of the term Negro and even the Spanish and even
Where's
the British, they all use the term Negro to define Indian. Same with mulatto, same with colored. So you can't sit up here and say that all the quote unquote slaves, or should I say the proper term, prisoners of war, because a slave is a European ethnic group, Slavs. So they were using prisoners of war majority wise from the United States. They did not bring in Africans like that. Most of the alleged Africans went to the Caribbean and South America. Are you from the Caribbean and South America? If not,
Okay.
you should shut the fuck up about this African stuff.
Okay, let him answer you, Kenny.
I'm here.
Okay, did you want to answer him for what he's saying?
It didn't make sense because my question was, where do they recognize them, right? Where are they actually documenting these
Picture,
black
bro.
aboriginals? I'm asking, is there a document? When we talk about blacks in America being considered three-fifths of a man, that's specifically attached to the African slave. In this white man's documents that he wants to use, I'm asking in this white man's documents, where does he know you? He don't know you niggas.
Don't know these niggas. Okay, I'm referring.
That's all right.
Don't
He
know you
don't know
niggas.
you
Okay,
niggas.
so I'm mocking you, and I'm also providing timelines. I'm providing people and sources.
Well,
So, example,
hold on, Tyron. Because he kind of what he said, Kenny, was that they hid the numbers, right, or something.
Hid the
Um,
numbers where? Give
but
me a
I'm glad
source.
that was the part that I was gonna say. Like, is this a belief that there should be more than that, or did you find numbers where it was
Listen
like,
to what I'm
aha,
saying,
these are
honey.
extra
What
numbers?
I'm saying is my
I
source
know what you're
is
saying,
the
that there's no,
Constitution,
My source
right?
is my
yeah,
emotions and my
I'm
pan
saying in
Afrocentric
every
nonsense.
1800
The
document that
inclusive
was major that was
terms
written,
of the
he's
Tyron.
Negro.
specifically talking about us, black
Yes. Okay, so
Americans
hold on,
who are
because
the
I think he's
descendant of
referring,
slaves.
but I think Tyron is saying that when they are referring to Native Americans, that would be him. I think Tyron, is that what you think are saying? That
Got you.
when Native
So they
Americans are
quote
spoke
unquote
about,
stop using that PC word. For one, Native American that comes from Europeans that were trying to delineate from Europe. They had a whole war called the Revolutionary War. It started with Charles Lewis Levin. It is only when the late 1960s, early 1970s is when they were trying to apply Native American to American Indian as a way to as political correctness. You got Russell Means saying, I don't use that political correct term because I'm an American Indian. Don't hyphenate my shit. So again, we do not sit up here and deny that alleged Africans were brought here. It's only a minute, tiny
Okay.
population that they allegedly brought in. And Philip
Man,
E. Curtin, a white man who you refuse to look into, mind you, he said that the numbers of the alleged transatlantic slave trade pertaining to the United States, if your family comes from the United States, I'm assuming, because you might be a tether, I don't know. But still, most of the Black Americans' genetics would trace them back to American Indian groups if they took DNA from these Mongol style Native Americans or dug up these Negro Indian bones that they keep finding, like the Lusia skull,
I disagree.
the Naya skull, whatever. What you
I'm
mean
saying,
disagree?
I'm saying
What? Hold
most
on, brother.
blacks,
I'm not done, nigga.
you never done, bro. Come on,
Yeah,
right?
wrap it up.
because I'm
Yeah,
always
Go
on
ahead.
comment.
your Pan Africans next.
I
So
mean, just
again,
let me rock out too, though. You never done. Go ahead. I'm gonna go on
how am
mute.
I a follower of Dane Calloway if that nigga gets his information from African Americans ain't African?
I don't know none of these niggas you talking about.
I don't know none of these niggas you talking about. I know
Yeah,
you don't
like
know because you ain't no
The
research.
link is
I
the
know
link is
Dane
at the
Calloway is a
top.
goofy that got beat up on Sonetta. I do know that.
Okay, but he's not a
But
part. He's not the main one. He gets his info from African
listen to
Americans
what I'm
and
saying.
Africans,
And I'm
which
gonna ask the
he beat
question
up
again.
Sinetta
I'm,
several times.
I'm gonna ask
So
the question again very slowly, right? What I'm saying is, in all major government documentation, right, you see numerous references to the African slave. That's a fact. I'm saying that you niggas who claim you are, this is my point with Aboriginals, right? Nobody on earth knows you. The Native Americans that were here in America don't know y'all. The white man that came here and colonized America don't know y'all. Nobody abroad knows y'all, right? Like this
yes,
Atlantic,
everybody
this
knows who
Atlantic,
you
hold
are.
on. This Atlantic slave trade,
Sure,
it's documented all over the world.
but the world,
Yeah. That's
and we
my
know
point.
you a guns
So you
cap.
can keep throwing
So
names around that nobody cares about. But I'm saying, please present their work if you're gonna use their name, so I
gotcha.
could debunk
So
their work.
we got Jack D. Fords, which you can't debunk. We got fucking
I mean, you can
What's
Tyler
share your
his work?
Myers.
screen.
We got Erica A.
I'll share your screen
Coleman.
if you ever want to share it
Uh,
for
He
anything.
don't want to
we got
share no screen.
Indivisible. Hold on. Yeah, I can. We
I
got
share
Maya
mine.
Miles. Black American Indian books. Gotcha.
I'll share my screen.
Hold
I'm
on.
saying
Wait a minute. Ogun, Tyron said that the DNA is not for what he's looking for as far as tribal affiliations and things like that. It's not good for that, so he doesn't rely on DNA. It's not a good source for that. He
it's
only
because
does
no
genealogy,
one in
which is
America,
hold on, which is paperwork.
Dumbass nigga.
Following you through paperwork is his thing. My
It's
question
because no
was,
one in America recognizes them. The Native
Wrong.
American doesn't
Yes,
know
they
them.
do, dumbass
The
nigga.
white man in America doesn't
Gotcha.
know them. You can't. If
The
these
white
people were
man in
Aboriginals,
I
America
hold
think
only
on.
he
know.
did.
Hold on.
Tyron, was you the one that was
Hold
88% African?
on. Let's do a real simple argument, right?
Let's do a real simple
If they were
argument.
here before the white man,
If
right?
they were here
And we
before the
know
white man,
that the white man has treaties with Native Americans. Where are your treaties with those
Mm,
recognized Native
oh, the
we
Americans?
don't.
dancing rabbit
Did
treaty.
you have
That's
any
what we are.
interaction with the
So I
Seminoles?
know you ain't do
Did you
your
have
research because
any
of arrogance,
interaction
sir.
with the Navajo? Did you have any
Internet
interaction with the
interaction with the
Oneata?
oh yes, they have Buffalo
Please
Soldiers.
show me.
Yes, they have.
Buffalo soldiers were black men. Those were
Black men, yeah,
Africans.
they had Indian background,
Those were
goofy. So
Africans.
they were Indians, nigga. So what are you talking about? They were not only
You're
Africans, you
claiming
moronic
you're
nigga.
claiming
You got the
something.
Seminole Scouts. So what are you talking about, goofy?
You're claiming something they
You're
wouldn't even
claiming
claim.
something, nigga. You claiming a fake African tie, and you
No,
can't
I'm
even connect
saying
yourself
no,
to
I'm
a West
saying
African tribe, bro.
you're
Stop
speaking
playing.
on men that wouldn't
You're
even
speaking on
consider
men. Oh, we're looking
themselves
at
Aboriginal.
evidence. We're looking at evidence. You said we don't have any evidence.
Where's the
What is this
evidence?
on the screen?
What is that?
Plenty, plenty full. So again,
I see 4
let's
books.
not play this pseudo
What's the
shit.
point?
I feed Google, nigga. Those are books.
I said I see
You got
4 books.
Taya Miles that's beating your ass. You got Jack D. Forbes that's beating your ass. You got fucking William Lawrence Katz beating your monkey ass. What are you talking about?
The question is,
There's
what is
many as
it?
scholars that's challenging your African
Hold on,
only
slow down,
narrative.
slow
So
down, slow
slow
down,
your
slow down,
monkey ass roll.
slow down, slow down.
Stop sitting up here lying.
No respected scholar
No, I
is
don't have
challenging
respect for
my
your
claim.
goofy Pan
Them
African
4 niggas you
pseudo.
talking about
What
are
are you
not
talking about?
respected in no
These are native
anthropology.
scholars, these are black American
Listen,
scholars, and these are
all
white
right, let me know
scholars
when you
beating up
done.
your
Let me know
dumb
when you
ass.
done.
So you're being arrogant. You haven't shown not a single source tonight. You over here getting in your emotions saying, oh,
What
this
source do you
everything
want to see?
these people are
Hold
talking
on,
about
slow down, slow down, slow
everything.
down, slow down.
Let's not play these pseudo
Hey, yo,
games,
honey,
bro.
he wants to see a source. Please
I
pull up
just
the
showed you
U.S.
sources on the
Please pull up the
screen.
U.S. Constitution.
Please pull up the U.S. Constitution. The U.S.
Right.
Once
Constitution ain't
That's
again,
my
talking about
source.
Africans, it's talking about Indians.
That's my source.
It's talking about Indians.
I'm saying you asked for a source. I'm
You said the U.S.
recognized.
Constitution that mentions Indians.
You
It don't
finished?
mention African.
No, it does.
Yeah, it mentions Indian.
which part of the U.S. Constitution?
It mentions the descendant of slaves. And so
A
now,
Hmm.
descendant of
if
a
you look,
slave is not an
and so
African,
now,
though.
slow down, let me explain. And so now, if you look at all the other documentation from the framers of those amendments and that constitution, they all recognize the African slave. All of them. All of them. Every one of your founding fathers recognizes the African slave. None of them
So could you
recognize
zoom in
this.
so we can
Hold
see
on,
the
hold on, hold
African?
on, hold on, hold on. Let me cook. Let me cook. None of them recognize this Aboriginal black man. None of them.
Actually, they
If
do.
you want to use the white man's sources,
If you want
let's
to use the
use
white
their
man's
sources. So
sources,
you've presented me 4 authors. You presented me 4 books, right? I don't know if Polite wrote books, right? So just because you wrote a book, that
Pedro
don't mean
Light, that's
shit to
your
me.
master teacher? Pedro
Listen,
Light?
listen. No, I'm
He walked with
telling you.
pedophiles, bro?
No, listen to what I'm
So
telling
you
you.
not like us?
No, listen to what I'm telling you. I'm telling you a book don't mean shit to me. Anybody can write a book.
Oh, so you're not about scholarship.
No, I am about
No,
scholarship.
you're not, nigga.
No, no,
You
no.
about
Slow down, slow down.
Afrocentric
You're not understanding.
Socratisms.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying goofies write books. I do respect scholarship, and I know
Okay, what's
certain
your
scholars.
scholar?
Hold on, hold
Name
on.
your
Hey, yo,
scholar,
bro, can
bro.
I talk? Can I
Name your
talk?
scholar.
You seem in your feelings
Who's
to
Yeah,
your
wait.
me.
master
Let him.
teacher?
Hold on,
You
Tyron.
seem in
Let him
your
say his
feelings to me. You seem in your feelings to me.
No, who is your master teacher?
Slow down, brother.
Who's
Wait.
your
Brother,
scholar?
Let him
no.
wait. Let him finish.
I'll tell you, my master teacher is Brother Larry, real ismism. That's my
So,
OG.
a goofy.
Right,
We done.
right. Who's your
Tyron, you
master
let him
teacher?
talk.
Who the
So
fuck is
again,
Massilaria? Afrocentric from HOK?
I'll put you on to him. Oh, you know who he is. Oh, all right.
So a pseudo,
You
an
know who he
internet
is.
pseudo, but I'm actually mentioning people that have a university scholarship, has written books that are in museums.
So watch this. Let's take it
You're
slow.
using
So watch this.
Afrocentric
Slow down. Slow down.
hotep
Let's take it slow.
nonsense.
Let's take it slow.
So you're
So are
retarded,
you
nigga. You a
saying?
dunce cap.
So are you saying that pseudoscience
You
doesn't come?
can't
Hold
hold a
on.
candle to
Are
Taya
you
Miles.
saying?
You can't hold
Are
a
you
candle to
saying?
Erica A. Coleman. You
Are you
can't
done?
hold a candle to the
Are you saying that
Smithsonian
pseudoscience
Indivisible.
doesn't come from universities?
No, nigga, we know you are a pseudo.
So
You're
let's slow
using
down.
an
Let's slow down. Let's
Afrocentric
slow.
prison
Hold
wizard on the
on.
corner.
Yeah,
125th.
he in his feelings, honey. We can't.
Brother,
I
you
can't.
not
I'ma
a
just
scientist.
listen.
You're not a scholar.
I'ma
You
just
using some
listen and
hotep
laugh. Go ahead.
prison
I'm going
wizard
back on mute.
in New York. I know you ain't got the source. Brother Larry ain't no scholar. I'm using multiple different perspectives from people from different backgrounds that say that Black Americans are Aboriginal American Indian. I'm
I
not
have a
just
question.
using some hotep
You're
Tyron,
prison.
using J.K. Rowlings, and
wait.
J.K.
I said
Rowling
J.A.
says,
Rogers, you
and J.K.
moron.
Rowling says that
J.A.
Harry
Rogers. I didn't
Potter,
say anything about no Harry
J.K.
Potter, you
Rowling
open
says that
face
Harry
nigga.
Potter
What the
can
fuck are
use a
you talking
magic
about?
wand. That's what you're
When did I
using.
say J.K. Rowling, you moron?
This
I
is
said
my point.
J.A. I said J.A. Rogers. I
Ayo,
said Jackie
honey, do
Ford.
you get my
I
point?
said fucking Taya
I do.
Miles.
I understand what you're saying.
Thank you.
Dumb
Tyron,
nigga.
I have a. So you did get your DNA test, right?
Yes, I have done the DNA test, and it still won't prove that you're a
So you
West
don't.
African or
So my thing
Indian.
is, you don't agree with your DNA test.
Not at all, because it's just a guess. Why are you laughing, nigga?
So
Your
your
dumb ass
DNA
think that
test
shit is
told you was
real?
from Africa and you don't
For real,
believe it.
cuz?
I get it.
Your dumb ass think that shit real?
Yo, you know what's real? You know what is real? It's hard
You want
to
to
be a
know what?
black
You want to
American.
know something that
Listen,
you're
hold on,
retarded?
slow down,
You
slow
want to know
down. Yo,
something?
bro, you've been talking a long
What?
time,
What?
bro.
Because
Can
I'm
we
a
have
I
a
guest.
mean, I can
conversation,
show
bro?
it. Hold on,
He
hold on.
challenged
Can
me.
we have
I
a
do have a
conversation,
clip.
bro?
I have a clip right here. 1 second.
So
You
again,
remember this?
For my overall like thing was 86% African, 11% Chinese,
Bing bong.
um, 18% European, 7% Indigenous American, and
Bing bong.
recognized.
How? You said 80, how many? 80 what percent?
86% African,
And then
11.
11% Chinese. So that's 97% right there. So what's the
Bing
other shit?
bong.
Wait,
Argue with your
so
genealogy. Don't argue
again,
with me. Argue with your
So wait, so the
genealogy.
genealogy is
Chinese could
something
actually
else,
be.
though.
But wait, the Chinese could have. They did say that. If I was to keep playing it, random info, it would have said that. But your
That
Chinese could actually help you could link you to maybe
to what?
Native Americans.
Wrong. Again, dumb
That's
bitch.
all I can give you for
Again,
that
dumb
Where
one.
bitch.
was the
For one,
Choctaw
hold
in
on. Did
that
you not hear what I
genealogy?
said earlier?
5%
Where was the
unspecified.
Oneida
Wow, you only
in
got
that
3% left.
So
genealogy?
From 86 to
Where were the
11 is
Navajos
97.
in that
How do you have all this
genealogy?
other stuff with only 3% left? It's something you're not reading right, bro.
it's something you're not
That's
reading.
what I got.
Okay. The cap is 100. The highest you can go is 100%. You got 86% African, 11% Chinese. What does that add up to?
All of that is basically saying that my wide paternal
No.
ancestor,
What does 86 and 11 add up to?
86 and 11, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90.
You're not serious right now, Tyron, right?
Serious, yo. This is the shit we dealing with. Nigga can't even count. He can't even do
They was
86 and
clowning on
11
this
in his
show,
head real quick.
but
It's 97. So
okay.
anything
Look at
after that
y'all in the chat.
3%, I don't. You're
87%.
reading something wrong, bro. Like something is terribly wrong with your comprehension on your DNA test.
What are
What
you
would
talking
have?
about, bro?
Gotcha.
So did you? So if they had told you that you were 86% Native American, would you have taken it?
For one, the DNA tests are not legit. It's not really supposed to be taken seriously because it's only percentages. I don't know why you're laughing, dumbass nigga. Because for one,
Man,
they have not. Hold
you
on,
got a higher
goddamn.
West African than
For
me.
one, they have not even taken a
Right.
whole bunch of African genomes. Second, they don't even have enough American Indian genomes within their own database.
Hey, yo,
So
honey,
it's just speculation at best.
it is
And they put
hard
a
to
lot
be
of
the
my stuff
black
on
man,
unspecified.
the
So
descendant of slaves.
are
It's
you retarded,
hard to
bro?
be that. I
No,
understand
it's
why
not
these niggas want
actually
to be
because for one,
anything but that.
okay, do you want to
I
see sources
understand
or
why they
not?
want to run from it.
Do you want to see
No matter
sources or
what
not?
their own genealogy
Do
says.
you want to see
I get
sources
it.
or not? Yes or no?
I just saw a source.
So
You 86% African, nigga. I just saw a source.
Marty.
Right.
DNA.
And it was
Let's see.
23
Let's
and
see what
me.
the
That was a good one
experts say
too.
about DNA.
Tyron, you want me to share your screen? There you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's up there.
All right. We're gonna go to Chakrabarty. What does he say? This is a DNA expert, not some prick online. Let me share my screen.
What happened? You took it off. And then I don't know where Kenny went. Kenny fell off.
Because he's running.
He running.
Is
You show my
2%
screen?
French. The other, 0%. Both sisters share the same two parents and therefore the same set of ancestors. So how can one be 10% more French than the other? Tests like these rely on our DNA to answer questions about our ancestry. But our DNA actually can't tell us everything about who we are or where we're from. DNA tests are great at answering some questions, like who your parents are, but can provide baffling results to others, like whether you have ancestors from a particular region. To understand why, it helps to know where our DNA comes from in the first place. Each person's DNA consists of about 6 billion base pairs stored in 23 pairs of chromosomes, 46 total. That may seem like a dizzying amount of information, but 99% of our genome is shared among all humans. The remaining 1% contains everything distinct about an individual's ancestry. Commercial DNA tests utilize less than 1% of that 1%. One chromosome in each pair comes from each parent. These halves join at conception, when a sperm and egg, each with only 23 chromosomes, combine. The story of our ancestry becomes muddled before conception. That's because the 23 chromosomes in a sperm or egg aren't identical to the chromosomes of every other cell in the body. As they go from a cell with 46 chromosomes to a sex cell with only 23, the chromosomes within each pair swap some sections. This process is called recombination, and it means that every sperm or egg contains single chromosomes that are a unique mashup of each pair. Recombination occurs uniquely
Tyron,
in
what are we
each sex
doing
cell,
with this?
making two
Why are we
sisters'
watching
chromosomes different not only from their parents, but from each other's.
Hello?
Because it's debunking what
Recombination
you're saying.
happens
And what that
before
clown said.
of your DNA from each
Only
parent.
6 minutes.
Yeah, but that's a long time to be playing somebody
So I
else
don't know why
shit.
you're trying to mute
Without
up. But I'm trying to
recombination,
debunk
Because
you would
it's
get
another
a quarter from each
playing somebody
grandparent,
else's stuff.
an eighth from
So I don't
each
know how
great
long I can do
You're
grandparent,
saying the
and so
same
on.
thing what I just said
But
earlier.
because recombination happens every generation,
Well,
those
we already
numbers
know this
vary.
though.
The more generations removed
But
an ancestor,
but it's still
the more
saying that it can
likely
do
they
this.
won't be represented in your DNA at all. For example,
Are you
without
comprehending or no?
recombination, just
We already know
1/64
what
of
this
your
is.
DNA would come from each ancestor 6 generations back. Because of recombination,
Hey,
that number
Tyron,
can be
what's going on,
higher,
honey?
though we don't know for sure how
Tyron.
high. Or it can be as low as...
Why is this video still playing? Pause that shit.
I
I'm just saying, man. Tyron, what in that video demonstrated any of your points? Please tell me.
Hold on, why are you muting mics? Listening to the video.
Listen to the whole video. You trying to get her damn?
we already know. That's what I'm saying. I was like, it's a long
Listen
video.
to the video.
You know you can't watch. You know you can't.
Listen to the
Tyron,
fucking video.
Tyron, you know you can't watch videos in their
Listen
entirety.
to the fucking video.
Bro, your voice is not like that. So when you cuss and try to be aggressive, it don't come off the way you trying to make it come
Put your fucking
off.
ass up, dude. Get your bitch ass up and listen to the video. God damn.
Bro, it's not working.
We're not listening to the video.
Listen to
We
the
heard
fucking
enough of the video, and we understand.
Right.
We understand about close
not done yet.
relations versus the back, but we're not going to listen to the whole video.
Your African talking point up.
Say
You're
what?
talking to somebody who knows a whole lot about haplogroups here and genetics and all of that, right?
Sequence.
So good. So talk to him about it because he can probably help you. He right there on your level with it. He understand.
That means indigenous people from around the world has not been collected.
Say what now? Say what now?
So they're not represented in the database.
Yeah, they are.
You can't use that shit.
Yeah, they are. We got plenty.
Tribe or Indian tribe.
Yeah, we do. We got plenty of samples. We got plenty of samples to reference off of, and I guarantee you. Yes, we do. We have plenty.
They don't.
We got thousands. We got thousands.
The Genome Project does not have a complete database of African, let alone Indian genetics. You moron.
Check this out. Does it have a
lab? No, you're not.
Tyron, do they have a Nigerian sample? Yes. Do they have a Ghanaian sample? Yes. Do they have a Chadic sample? Yes.
For one, dumbass.
Hold on. Do they have Senegalese samples? Yes. Do they have Moroccan samples? Yes. We got plenty of samples.
Ancient people. For one, moron, listen. They do not have the bones of recently. They don't have bones of people that died in the past.
Yes, they do.
During the colonial period. No, they do not.
Yes, they do.
In Africa, no, they do not.
Where
they do not have any slave ship Africans in their database to test Black Americans towards. They only have genetics.
African slave.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Bro, it's like a white. And the dude white. Hold on, are you a 14-year-old white dude with fucking piece of face?
No, he's 80. He just said he was 86%.
He sound like a white bird chest.
Again, I know you are. I know you butthurt, Honey Clark, because I know you're pseudo. I know your integrity. You don't have.
All right, Tyron, focus on me, brother. Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm talking to the host. You came up here with this pseudo science.
I'm talking to a hoe right now.
Accordingly,
hey, listen, bro. Listen, man. Just listen real quick.
I know you go by prison.
Do you want a colonial period African? Do you want me to provide you a colonial period?
You go by weird prison scholars on 125th as your source.
Gotcha.
I bring up real scholarship.
Tyron, you brought up William Katz. William Katz don't believe in no goddamn Aboriginal bullshit.
Yes, he does, dumbass nigga.
No, he don't. I got
the whole book about Black Indians. You moron.
No, you misunderstood the book. The purpose of the book is African.
It says it in the book.
Tyron. The purpose of the you kicked him or you left. What happened to him?
You kicking me off and running.
No, I think your internet's fucked up, man. You probably got that
I want both of y'all to get your shit off, but we can't hear when you talking over each other, right? So Tyron, just wait.
I know
what the talk, and then he'll stop. Okay, good. So then let him talk, and then you talk. Let him talk, and then there it goes.
Hold on, Honey Clark, because you made the lie and said that you don't rock with them niggas, yet you're over here saving clips. So
that was you talking.
Lose your integrity.
That was you talking, and that was on Smoke Signals channel.
You over here taking.
No, that was you talking, and that was from Smoke Signals channel.
That was you. That was you.
You big mad or little mad? That's you talking on Smoke Signal.
Hold on.
Who that say? Who's that up in the corner? Smoke Signal. That's Smoke Signal channel.
So again, you said that you don't rock with the monkey niggas, but you do.
Yeah, on Smoke Signals channel.
Yet you said
that's your boy. That's your boy.
Not a coincidence. That's not my
point. No, that was Ogun.
You rock with not a coincidence and Sassy.
I do rock with not a coincidence. Not? Absolutely.
Do you not?
I absolutely rock with not a coincidence.
Gotcha. So again, you just said earlier that you didn't.
No, I said I'm not on Mossy Warrior Clan.
Yeah,
but I have always said I rock with not a coincidence.
Musty Warrior, Sassy
Mossy Warrior Clan is not a coincidence. Everybody goes.
Stop playing. So I had done my due diligence.
You over here deflecting. You deflecting, Tyron. We talking about a book made by what's the guy's name? Joshua. Lucifer.
I'm sorry, I was looking through my damn library trying to find the damn book. William Katz.
We're talking about William Katz. What about that book, Tyron?
It's called Black Indians, and since it's called Black Indians, he thinks it's talking about some Abo shit. When the book is clearly talking about African people and Indian people working together. Yes, some of them had children, some of them mixed. It does not deny the slave trade. It does not say that African Americans and they are Native Indians. It says none of that bullshit. What are you talking about? Did you actually read it?
Dumbass nigga.
Did you actually read it?
Read the other works.
Yes, I actually read. I read the book from cover to cover, and I did a study. Hold on,
Jack D. Forbes, Taya Miles, what are you talking about? J.A. Rogers.
I have both of Jack Forbes' books. Both of them.
You have J.A. Rogers.
I got the American. Yes, I have that, bro. Come on,
he
bro.
also says it so again, bitch, nigga.
Hold on. Stop. Hold on. That stop running all over the damn
place. Not running anywhere,
yeah, you
nigga.
Are. Yeah, you are. Jack
no,
Forbes.
I'm not.
Jack Forbes, in both of his damn books covering this topic, none of them say that African Americans are the real indigenous people of America. None of them. Show me the quote.
Gotcha. So he says it directly that Negro doesn't mean black and black doesn't mean Negro. So again,
no. Listen to what I just said.
Hold on, brother. Can I'm
gonna embarrass you and put the paper.
I'm gonna embarrass your goofy ass. No, shut the fuck up and let me read
the book on the screen.
So again, dumbass nigga. For one, he describes how Negro was used in the colonial period, where it doesn't mention no West Central Africans, and most Black Americans cannot trace their lineage to no West Central African.
That's not what it says. I have both books.
Yes, it is, dumbass nigger. Yes, it is, dumbass nigga. Do you want me to pull up the PDF?
Wait. Before I put it on the screen and embarrass you, before I put it on the
hold on, gotcha. So
title of the book is African. Hold on. The title of the book is Africans and Native Americans. That's what the damn book title is.
It's not black. Let's go.
Let's
go.
This is special, bro.
Right here. Let's go.
You're special, bro.
I know you special needs.
You special, nah.
I know you ride the short yellow bus, nigga.
You remember that show, Crank Anchors, nigga?
Yeah, that's your TV show, nigga.
You special
ed, nigga. This nigga, I know you retarded. Now let's read. Share my screen.
And when you done, I'm gonna show everybody the goddamn title of this book. The title alone kills your bullshit.
The title alone kills your bullshit. But you identify as a Bantu, so we don't. So the use of the terms Negro and Black to include persons of Native American ancestry in Anglo North America.
That is true.
So
that's
1854, the California State Supreme Court sought to bar all non-Caucasians from equal citizenship and civil rights. The court stated the word black may include all Negroes, but the term Negro does not include all black persons.
What does that mean?
We are of the opinion that the words white, Negro, mulatto, and black person, whenever they occur in our Constitution, must be taken with generic sense. That the words black person in the 14th section must be taken as distinguished from white and necessarily includes all races other than the Caucasian. As convoluted as the quote may be, it tends to express a strong tendency in the history of the United States towards creating two broad classes of people, white and non-white, citizens
You about to cut
and
yourself.
non-citizens.
You about to cut your shit out yourself.
No, I'm not. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And
No,
all
you
the
don't.
slaves did not come from Africa, you moron.
Let's stay right there on the damn
So
street.
again, the tendency to create the two-caste society often clashed with the reality of a territory which included many different types of people of all colors and different degrees of intermixture: European, American, African, and Asian. Native American people, whether of unmixed ancestry or mixed with or other stocks, were at times affected by the tendency to create a purely white-black societal system, especially when living away from a reservation or the ancestral homeland. In the British slave colonies, North America, along with the Atlantic coast, many persons of American ancestry were at times classified as blacks, Negroes, mulattoes, or people of color. And these terms were, of course, used for people of quote-unquote
African ancestry. You dumb.
Yo, hold on, nigga. It said before then that it is used for Indians, you moron. So you
No
don't
one
have
cares.
anything.
We know
You
that
don't have anything to say, dumbass
understand that.
nigga.
No, it does not mean
No,
you're the
you're
same as an
retarded.
Indian. We
You're
know that the
retarded.
word could be
You're
applied
retarded.
to
You're
other
saying that
dark-skinned
you're retarded.
people.
You
It
can't
does not mean.
comprehend.
Hold on. What
Yes,
you're
it does,
doing,
dumbass nigga.
you're creating a false
Yes,
dichotomy.
it does. That's not no
Hold
false
on,
anything.
you're creating
It says
a
it right
false
there.
dichotomy that
It
Jack
says
Forbes
it
is not
right there, you
creating.
dumb
That
motherfucker.
Jack Forbes is not denying the slave trade. The slave trade is mentioned several times in his book, motherfucker. What are you doing? You just read. You just read that this includes black people that have African ancestry.
Again,
Why are you reading over
again,
that?
dumbass nigga. He said that all the slaves were not African, you moron. And I
Yes,
did
that's
not
true
deny
because we had
that, you
Irish
dumb
slaves,
monkey.
you had Native
Listen here,
Indian
monkey.
slaves. That does
Monkey.
not mean that we didn't have black African slaves.
Dumb nigger. Listen here. It
Did you just
said
use
that
the ER?
Indians were slaves.
Did you just,
Or do you not understand, you moron?
did you just call
Do
me a
you not
nigger?
comprehend? You don't have a one-up. It said that Indians were also slaves.
Yes,
not just
we know that.
quote-unquote
Also,
African descent.
what does also mean?
So
What does
you're
also mean?
retarded.
What does
You're
the word
retarded,
also
bruh.
entail?
You're retarded.
What does the word
retarded.
also entail?
You're retarded.
What does
went to the
if
EC
they were
program,
also
bro.
slaves, what does
Just
that
a
mean?
minute, bro.
That mean
You
there
went
had to
to
be
the
other
EC
slave groups,
program.
right?
You
Who
went
were
to
the other
EC
slave groups and
program.
where they came from?
You went to the EC program, did you not?
It says right there in the British
You're
slave
Dunce Cap,
colonies
right?
of North America,
You're a dunce cap.
along the Atlantic coast, many persons of American
You're a
ancestry
dumb
were.
nigger, ain't you? You a dumb nigger.
Scroll down real quick so you can
Yeah,
read the
the
rest of
harder
that.
you are, yeah, you won.
Scroll down.
We're not cherry picking. It
Scroll
says it right
down.
here that Indians were slaves. And where did
Yes,
I deny
they
that
were.
the slave trade
Oh,
didn't
it says
happen?
there were also
Hold on.
slaves.
And here, since you
They
want to
were
put
slaves
words in
alongside
my mouth,
someone else.
brother, Lucifer, since you want to put words in my mouth, where in this Tonight Live did I deny the transatlantic slave trade?
So you're saying so?
Point to
No,
the
you did
time
deny it.
code.
You said
Hold
that.
on, brother.
Didn't you
Brother,
not say that the
brother,
African Americans
fucking goofy
only a
ass
small
up and
percentage?
listen.
Did you
Point to the
say?
time
Did you
code.
not say
Now-
that the African
now-
Americans
now
only a
on
small
your show,
percentage
did
of
I
them
not
are
say the
are
transatlantic slave trade did not happen?
Check it out. Did you
Ma'am,
not say
host,
only a small
did I not-
percentage?
Did I or did I not say that the transatlantic slave trade did not happen?
Do you?
Where
do
am I
okay.
denying?
No, you said it did happen.
All right.
He
So you
said-
said
So again,
Yeah.
I said it did happen. You said
Check
it didn't happen. Out of saying that I didn't
Check
say
it.
it.
check it. Check it. Check it. So
Shut the
check it
fuck
right
up,
here.
You bitch nigga.
Check it right here, bro. Right. Check this out.
Molly
Does the slave? Hold on. Does majority of African Americans descend from the slave trade?
Majority of so-called Africans went to the Caribbean and Latin America, not British North America, you dumb fuck.
Let me ask you again. Does the majority of African Americans descend from Africans from the slave trade?
False.
So that's my point here. And this source don't help you. Jack Forbes
Source
don't
actually does, you dumbass
No, it
nigga.
doesn't. It
Yes,
does not.
it does, because the Indian
No, it
slave
doesn't.
trade happened. Yes, it did.
No, the Indian slave
Yes, it
trade
did,
was
dummy.
fractional. The
Yes,
Indian
it
slave
did.
trade was
Yes, it
fractional
did.
in comparison
Yes, it
to the
did.
black African
Yes,
slave
it
trade.
did, dumbass nigga.
All right, so,
Yes, it did.
so produce
Both of them
the
happened
numbers.
at the same goddamn time, you
Produce the
moron.
numbers.
They
Produce the
happened
numbers.
at the same fucking
Can
time,
I see
you
the
idiot.
numbers? Can I see the
Yes,
numbers?
dumbass nigga. They happened at the same time.
I got a book right in my hand.
Dumbass nigga.
Indian slavery in colonial times within the present limits of the United States. You should be able to go. Okay, so there's numbers in this book. Can you show the numbers on the screen on how many goddamn Native American Indians that were enslaved in the Americas in comparison to Africa?
The actual database of slave voyages do not count those numbers. Again, they focus on.
Did you just say thousands, right?
African import.
You said thousands. So I want the audience to understand that this man is trying to compare a few thousand to tens of thousands of people. This is retarded.
That's what you doing with the African numbers, you
No,
moron.
I'm not.
Yeah, we know you're retarded.
No,
we know you're retarded because they keep decreasing the African numbers. The official database records, you moron.
But even you said that in your thoughts that they mixed, Tyron.
So again, there's no.
You said that they brought men over here and mixed them with Native women, so they would still have African ancestry in them kids.
Yeah, I'm going off of what the experts say, which is they barely brought in West Africans to the United States. And even the white man said, why increase the sons of Africa when we can blow up the population of the lovely white and red? And this is from Benjamin Franklin, and I'm quoting him. So again, why are we sitting up here and conflating slave numbers to an alleged African population when they're sitting up here giving you small percentages?
Small percentages of what?
West African imports. They said, this is
small
your source. This is your nigga. This is your coon nigga.
Who's my coon nigga?
Skip Gates. Henry Skip Gates and Rick Kittles. You love using them to browbeat Black Americans about their Indian claims, but he's a reparations denier.
I don't have to use him.
Oh, yes, you do, nigga.
That was a paper release last year.
Your African claim, right?
Last year on slavery.
You use Skip Gates for your African claim. Gotcha.
No, I don't.
So, yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes,
I can use. Do you know how many goddamn sources show that Africans descend from African slaves?
You use the African American Museum.
Your DNA shows
you usually say
majority. Did you say you 86% West African?
Hold on.
You 86% West African, bro.
Scholars to promote a pseudo history. So again, brother, because I know what you're talking about. You don't. You're sitting up here trying to think that you got a one-up over me. And I actually read that fucking book. I got the book in my cabinet.
I got the book right here.
Again, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so can we just acquiesce to the fact that Jack Forbes does not support no goddamn Aboriginal any goddamn thing? Recognize Africans. Hold on.
He does.
Recognize.
Dumbass nigga.
It's in the title. Bro.
That's the thing.
All right, share my screen. I'm gonna just do this real quick. Watch this. Share my screen.
He does right there because he's saying that the Negro means that Indians were also called Negro. So it's not necessarily an admixture of Africans either.
Share my screen. I'm just gonna show the title. This is crazy.
Do you not know how to cross-reference, bro?
Share my screen real quick, honey.
I can also bring up Torquemada in the philosophical antiquarian where they talk about
all these damn sources. Come on now.
Indians were already here as Negroes in California.
What they say right there? That's the goddamn book.
Native Americans, the language of race and evolution of red black peoples.
What is the first word?
Africans and Native Americans.
No. What? Slow down. What is
Africans and Native Americans? You still butthurt? It says Africans and Native Americans, but he also goes into the book in chapter 3 on how Negro is used.
The book is talking about Africans, bro, and Native Americans.
Not in particular. It's also talking about Negro.
You think that the African
Negro he's using African as a political correct term from saying Negro in the title. You dumb fuck.
No, he's using African,
dumbass nigga. If you turn the page, chapter 3,
using the term Africa because
if you go to chapter 3, dumb monkey. He already explains how he used
what they say right
there in African.
What they say right here?
Nigga, he uses African as political correctness. He also used the term
Right
American to define Indian. So again, let's not play stupid games.
What does it say right here?
Can't nobody read that because the screen's small.
The screen is small. Get the fuck
What
out of here.
chapter? What page?
I got you. Page 12. All right, watch this. I got you. Since you want to play this goddamn game. Is that big enough for you?
Still can't see that blurry shit.
The fuck out of here, dude.
Do you want me to read it?
Ain't nobody see that blurry shit.
What
What do you want? The highlighted?
Yeah, what
The
they say?
predominant physical type of the slaves brought in from Africa may have been that of coastal West Africa, but enough variability existed so that terms such as blackamoor, negro, and black can not a priori be assumed to be useful for determining precise genetic identity.
Right. So this book doesn't deny that West Africans and the slaves came from West Africa. One, it just says that word has a large that can be applied across the board. That's it, bro.
So it beats up your own talking point.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
because
it does, dumbass nigga.
African.
Yes, it does. Do you not comprehend, dumbass nigga?
I do comprehend very well.
So again, it says you cannot use the term Negro and black to say that you're a West African because it was
no. It
used
says
colonially. Hold on, dumbass nigga.
It cannot be a priority.
Hold on, retard.
He's not denying that they came from Africa.
Let me respond. Because I know you can't comprehend shit. So again, you cannot use these terms black and Negro to say that you're a West African at all on genetics.
Got you. But what does it say?
It says, you moron.
It says slaves brought in from Africa.
That's it, nigga.
It says that. It literally says slaves brought in from Africa.
Yeah, there were a little bit of slaves brought from Africa.
Ain't no little bit of
nothing. The majority of the slaves, you dumb fuck.
Okay,
majority of them slaves were Indians.
Show me in this text where it says majority of the slaves were Indians. Show me that.
It goes into chapter 3.
Show me where it says majority.
Mulatto. The other chapters about mulatto, colored, blackamoor. It tells you. Norabanga. He describes some of these first Indian slaves as Negroes.
Let me help you again. Let me help you again.
Portuguese
Let me help you again.
Show me. Terra.
Show me.
Play these pseudo games.
Hold on. Show me in the book where it says verbatim that there were more Indian slaves than black slaves. Go. African slaves. Go.
So again, at the time he wrote this book, it wasn't using the databases. You don't know how to cross-reference. So again, dumbass nigga, they're not using Stokes modules over 100
It's not in here. It's not in here. So stop using Jack Forbes.
Dumbass
stop
nigga.
Using Jack
Stop
Forbes.
using
Crazy ass
as your source when they didn't even bring Africans like that here. So this book was what year was this book? The second edition of Jack D. Forbes. Hold on, brother. What year was the Jack D. Forbes book written? The 90s, right? The 80s and 90s, right?
So what?
So fast forward, we're in the
2025. You use Jack D. Forbes.
We're in 2025. They did not have the slave database records.
You're using Jack D. Forbes. We still have slave records. What are you talking about?
Claim, nigga.
We still have slave records.
Roll it back, because you don't know how to cross-reference.
Yeah, right.
Again, you don't. You think you can body me with my own fucking sources? You can't.
No, because you misuse these sources.
Negro.
These sources don't deny any damn thing.
Shut your bitch ass up.
And it doesn't teach that black people in general are fucking Indians. It doesn't teach that.
Nigga, it says it interchangeably, bitch.
Yeah, it's because some Indians were dark skinned.
You're fucking stupid.
You sound very triggered. You sound super triggered, Tyron.
I'm not triggered at all. He's rage quitting.
I mean, that's what you're doing.
How am I rage quitting? I'm still here.
You're doing it.
The monkey is rage quitting.
Bro, you on here sounding crazy as hell. Chill.
Right now. So again,
you're not doing anything.
Yes, I am.
You're yelling.
Yes, I am. And you can't body me, bitch.
You're yelling.
Up there to get stomped.
Bro, you're yelling. This is your source. You should be able to say where it's at.
Yeah, it's in chapter 3. Did I not? Did I not say that?
We're in
What
chapter
page?
3.
Like what?
Go to
We're
chapter
in
3.
Chapter 3 is a big chapter. What part? Hold on.
It's about Negro. It's pertaining to the term Negro.
All right, chapter 3. Okay.
You only went to the first page.
No, I did. I went to page 12.
Yes, you did. You just went to the first chapter, nigga.
I went to page 12.
Negro, black, and more. The evolution of these terms as applied to Native Americans and others. So is it talking only about Africans?
Where in this book? I understand.
Negro, black, more, and the evolution of
we're asking for the evidence that you. Okay, we're trying to say. Where does it say majority of the slaves were Native Indians?
The Indians were African.
Where does it say majority of the slaves were Native Indians? That was your claim. Where?
Yeah, it says it right here in the Negro.
How
the terms evolved. How the terms evolved, nigga, to mean Indian and later Africans, right?
I see that.
Because hold on, brother. Because
this is literally what you just read.
Hold on. This what bodies you. Because Negro wasn't applied on Africa on geography until 1728. Beforehand, in the 1500s, Negro was used to apply to Indian
This is 1854. So who gives a fuck?
Indian slaves.
Where is this fucking
Indian slaves, monkey.
Where
Indian slaves who were the
majority of the slaves were Indians.
There was no African slave yet.
I'm waiting to see it.
African slave in the 1500s.
Yes, it was. One
It
Dorito.
was not.
One Dorito.
It was
Okay.
not.
So there were no. So hold on.
They were Moors, nigga. They were not slaves. They were Moors, nigga.
Gotcha. So there were no African slaves in the 1500s. You sound fucking retarded.
Yes, there were no African slaves in 1500s. They don't even count 1526, nigga.
What is a
That
Bozali?
most likely would have been Indians at
What
that
is a
time.
Bozali?
So again, they
Oh,
count the
God.
official records say 1626. You moronic goofy. Not 1619.
It's not, but not, yeah.
When Africans
I'm
came.
looking for him to show it too.
Yeah,
let's go to
show the shit.
Yes, gotcha.
Stop ranting, stop rambling, and show us in this book where it says majority of the slaves are Native.
It's right there on the page. You can go to their chart.
You worse than Silky.
It's on the page that's in front of us.
Nothing on this page. I'm about to go to it.
Okay.
You want that little chart?
It should
He
be
wants his
easy.
little chart, so I'll show it to him.
Please
His
do.
little chart is crazy.
I'm waiting on the part.
Chart. You want to see? You want to see the year? You want to see his little year? Because they throw out the 326,000 alleged Africans that came in from 1626 all the way to 1807, right? Or 1860. So 66. So let's go to this chart. Who is this damn man?
What page is it? Tell me what page. I'll pull it up here.
Right, we already got the book.
No dead air, man. You gotta learn how to talk, man. What's his name? What's his name? Tyron. There's nowhere in this book that claims that majority of the slaves were actually
There's nowhere in this book. Gotcha. So
let's
cross-reference, shall we?
Every time I can do that shit, it'd be funny.
That's your problem. You keep trying to cross-reference
the numbers, monkey. Let's go, brother.
I want you to read the damn book and tell us in the book.
Let's go. So
what the fuck is wrong with this dude? You worse than Silky, bro. Silky will wash you. I think Silky will wash your ass.
Nobody is watching me. All of y'all.
I think Silky will, and Silky's retarded. So I know you beat your ass.
Silky retarded. We know you're retarded, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, gotcha. Got my screen up?
Yeah, put his sorry ass screen up. I want to see what he got.
Put his sorry ass screen up so I can whoop your ass. So, pull it up. Go ahead. So let's look. Let's read. So we not here making up stuff. So you see this chart? Does it say any Africans in the U.S. before 1620?
Why would they be in the U.S.? They're not in the U.S. at that time. You're,
Yes,
what
they
is
are,
wrong?
dumbass nigga. Ponce de Leon,
They're not in the USA like that.
Arizona. Yes, they
not.
are, nigga.
In
Yes, they
1501,
are. You said
1525,
50, the
they're
FBA
mainly
niggas
in the
say
Circum Caribbean
1526, nigga.
and some coastal
Let's
regions of
not play
Central
games,
America.
bro. Let's not play games.
What is
'Cause
wrong with
this
you, man?
Farrakhan say 1515.
What is wrong with you?
Jesus shit.
What's
And,
wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
he say 1526, and so does the
Why would you
Gadsden Wolf
expect
African
any of
American
them to be
Museum.
in the USA?
But here on this
In
chart from
1501.
Flip Gate, Joe source,
Why
it
the
says that
fuck
niggas
would you
didn't
expect
arrive in
to
the
have
U.S.
any-
till
Bro, why would you expect
1626.
anybody to be in the USA
Right.
that started slaves in 1501 to 1525? Explain to
Because
us
it
why.
pertains to us in the United States, nigga. Since you want to claim to be an African
Not
descent.
many slaves in the United States of America in
No, nigga, you
1501.
said, no, monkey, nigga. You said that Africans were the majority slave. It's saying
They
here
were.
that you a tiny
They
percentage.
were.
Bitch, nigga,
They
no,
were.
you not. No, you not.
They
No,
were.
you're not. The data say you're not.
The data does agree.
Data,
What's wrong
so
with
you
you?
saying the educated scholarly data is lying?
No,
When
you
was
just
over
misinterpret.
100
You're
million
misinterpreting it.
strong in the plantation killing fields? Is that what you're saying? You going off of John Henry
You
Clark?
see where it says
W.E.B.
Spain?
Du Bois and Kwame Ture.
You see where it says
Remember?
Spain and Uruguay and Portugal and
Hold
Brazil?
on. Jack D. Ford's book
You
was
see
written
that?
in the 80s
Those are
and 90s.
Africans.
We
Hold on.
talking about now, nigga.
Are you showing Africans right here? These are
Jack D.
Africans.
Ford's book was written in the 80s and 90s.
These are Africans, right?
So yes, these are alleged African
Cool.
numbers that Skip
6,000
Gates posted
Africans
out.
went to Uruguay from Spain, excuse me,
Are you from
and,
Uruguay?
7,000 to
Are you
Brazil.
from Uruguay? Are you from Brazil or Great Britain or Netherlands or
That's
France?
majority of
Are
the
you from
slaves.
the United States,
There
nigga?
were more slaves that went to the South than they did in the North. What are you talking about? That's what that
So
reflects.
they weren't not in the United States. So let's
Yes.
read, nigga. Or
Show
is your
me-
family, nigga? Listen to yourself.
No.
Listen to your goofy self.
You
Are you
listen.
from Spain
So
and
I want you
Uruguay?
to show me
Are you from
the number
Portugal,
of Indian
Brazil?
slaves now.
Nigga, yes, we're talking about Indian slavery.
All right, show me the
So
Indian
they
slaves.
did not document Indian slave numbers because they were clumped in
They
with alleged
did
Africans,
document
dumbass
Indian
nigga.
slave
It's on the
They did.
records.
All
Nigga,
right, I'm tired of this
It's
foolishness.
on the records, you dumb bitch.
Okay.
See, this is what we talking about. You don't know.
So he don't know how to. He's triggered now.
No,
So he's not gonna
I'm
shut
beating your
up.
monkey ass.
You're not, because
We
you're
went
not
over
even
the
listening.
numbers.
So how can you beat
We
somebody
went
up?
over the numbers, bitch.
The
nigga.
numbers reflect history.
The numbers
The history
reflect
that you
your
don't agree with.
is alive.
All right.
How does that? How?
It says it right here. Go to the U.S. 0.
If anything, it's
No
reflecting
one.
that what
All
you're
the way
saying is a
down-
lie.
all the way down here. So what are you talking about? You said you're a lie.
You're saying it's no slaves here, right?
It says not that
Between
many
in
African slaves.
1500 to like the 1625, right? And why is that?
He wishes
Well,
he was white. How? Bitch?
Because
Why is that?
there was nobody in America like that.
No,
during
no, no. I want to
Yes,
ask
they
him
were,
because
dumbass.
remember
Millions
he's
of
thinking
Indians
that
in
he's
North
thinking he's
America.
Aboriginal.
It was millions.
So
of
that's why I'm
Indians in
asking
North
him
America,
why.
dumbass.
Why
No, we're
is
not
that?
talking about indigenous people. We're talking about the colonial people that came over from Europe.
One dumbass.
They were
nigga.
not in America like that yet.
Yes, they
So
were.
they wasn't
Oh,
important
yeah,
slaves.
no, they weren't.
Spaniards, the Spaniards, nigga.
They were not in the USA like
They
that.
were.
They weren't in the United
The
States. No, they
Scottish-
weren't.
They were here.
What
They
history
was over
are
here
you looking
exploring
at?
the Southeast, Ponce de Leon,
What?
Yes,
Arizona.
that's one fucking person. Why the fuck would he need to import slaves?
I
Dumbass.
just mentioned the Europeans
He
that
wouldn't
was
need
over
to
here setting
import
up shop
slaves.
before the British.
You idiot.
I already mentioned the people that set up shop before the British arrived, that they were utilizing these indigenous people as chattel
Yes,
slaves.
but
Talking
not
about the
Africans
Spain?
came in.
Spain?
You said,
So
hold
let's
on.
not play
You
these
said-
pseudo games.
All right. You made the statement that there are more native indigenous slaves than African ones. I'm waiting on that data, and I haven't found it yet. I'm waiting on it.
You're waiting on what data?
That there were more Native American people enslaved than Africans.
Yeah, they were. The African did not arrive like that. We're looking at the numbers right here. It says 305.
So where's the numbers for this Native American slaves at that time?
It said at the bottom 305,000. The 300 no 30500 300 26,000 Africans. That's alleged. That's alleged.
Okay.
So, and then they add on an extra 92,000 after 1807 up to 1866. So
yes.
In that number, and then on top of that, with the recent update,
what's your factory?
Hold on, nigga.
No, man, that factory is.
Let's not cry. Let's not rage quit.
Rage quit. What? I'm still here.
Rage quit. He's
doing that.
You don't want to get the truth. So with the modern update, with they're transferring over to Harvard, they're decreasing those alleged African numbers to 200,000. So
yeah, he do sound like he do.
What are you going to be a majority over an Indian slave?
It's the majority, bro.
No, that's not.
Because Native Americans died.
Count those numbers up.
Native Americans did not die out. They were over here clumping them within Negro.
Look at the total.
It says it right there in chapter 3 of that book, you moron.
Look at the totals.
It says it in that chapter.
1 million, 5 million. That's really 6 million, 5.8 million right there.
Or what?
So that's 6.8 million.
Portugal.
Yeah. That's 6.8 million slaves right
These
there.
are not United States, dummy. That's talking about the Caribbean and Latin America. Does your family come
Show me the American ones then. Show me the American Indian slaves. Show me the United States American.
Your numbers come from South America or the Caribbean? Yes or no?
Where's the Native American slaves at, Tyron?
Caribbean. Damn. Or Latin America.
Tyron, where are the Native American slave numbers? These are African slave numbers.
One, they're not documenting those numbers because.
So how do you know that they exist? What are you talking about?
Again, I already explained it in chapter 3. If you read that book, because this dumbass nigga, I know you didn't read the whole book, because in that whole chapter 3 explains how the evolution of the Negro was used on Indian slaves and also Negroes from Africa. Let's not play these stupid games.
Are you slamming a pen?
Dude,
he broke that a long time ago.
Are you slamming that pen, man?
This book right here, people.
I'm still waiting on
Africans and Native Americans.
Yes or no?
The language of race and the evolution of red black peoples. These are mixed people.
They're not.
Right? No.
Again, you can't even comprehend the damn book.
I can't comprehend.
They're calling the red people black. Do you not understand? They're calling the Indians black.
No, he's saying
it is red, black. So who's red? Who is red?
The Native Americans.
They're using
because
red.
This is evolution of red, black.
Hold on,
people.
dumb bitch. Listen. They use red to define the Negro.
Look, you ain't got no more time to call me a dumb bitch when you can't read what the fuck on the goddamn screen.
This is how goofy you sound.
But look how goofy you sounded when you couldn't even add.
You got the whole live maroons. That's another word that means red.
But this is red black people. I asked who the red people were.
You have Negro as calling these Negroes copper colored. That's red. Let's not play these stupid games.
Who said Negroes were copper colored besides you?
God. Slave ads?
No.
Yes.
They were probably talking about actual
a Negro
Native
named Hemp, copper colored. Look that
shit. But they was actually making them probably talking about Native Americans.
Yes, they're talking about Indians. You dumb fuck.
Okay.
We're talking about
Negro India.
Indians being interchangeably called copper colored and red and black.
Red.
Let's not play these stupid games.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it is.
Yo, check it out, bro.
Low IQ morons.
You want to debate this?
God damn.
Let's debate it.
Yeah, you want to debate? Let's set up a proper debate on that panel.
Yeah, our African Americans, Native.
Hey, hold on, right quick, Joshua. Hey, Cameron, shut your bitch ass up. Hey, watch who you talking to, bro. You call her a bitch one time, I'm gonna fuck your punk ass up.
Punk
You
ass
fucking
nigga, you
cartoon
can't
warrior.
even
Ain't
tell me
nobody worry
what
about you. Shut
anything
your
on this
weak ass up,
nigga.
nigga.
Shut your
Shut
bitch
up,
ass.
nigga. Ain't nobody want to hear that shit you
Nigga,
saying.
you a bitch ass
You
nigga.
sound like them 12-year-olds that be arguing on
That's
Fortnite. Like,
not
you
even
more
that's
around, you
Nigga,
more around, you more around, you more around, you ready quick, you more around. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
shut your
That's
Ethiopian
all I
ass.
wanted to say. Watch how you talk to honey, nigga. Watch how
Shut
you respect the barbarian when you on this platform, hoe
nigga,
ass
I get
nigga.
your ass in your teeth,
Shut
bitch.
your bitch ass. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Nigga,
You know, make clean. Bitch ass nigga.
pop your fucking wide
All
nostril
right,
ass.
y'all continue watching this nigga. I just had to come up and say that.
that nigga do got a bird chest.
Nigga do have a brain, man.
How much you bench, bro?
I don't know. You tell me.
25 pounds. And you struggling to lift it. Can you lift the bar? Can you lift the bar? Because the bar 50.
Are you gonna deflect from the information? You still crying over this African?
It's hard to have a conversation with you because you just started
It's
yelling.
hard to have a conversation with you because you ain't bringing no sources. You're just bringing
What? We brought your source. So what are y'all gonna debate? Are you said our African American what?
You didn't debunk me.
Okay, so
you didn't actually debunk me.
Our African
You said
American.
everything that backs up what I'm saying.
No, I didn't. But anyway,
Yeah, your
African,
argument supports what I'm saying, you moron.
Sure.
Bro,
Okay.
Don't use Indian books to try and debunk me when I already know what them shit say.
Yeah, me too.
Use
Anyway,
African stuff as political.
African Americans largely descended of Native Americans. Take it.
Say that again.
Are African Americans largely descended from Native Americans?
Yes, they are.
Okay, that's the title. 3 rounds Q&A. Let's get this shit over with. We do it on the bar. When you available, nigga?
Got you. We can go live anytime you want. Let's set it up on BAP channel.
Let's do it Sunday at 7.
You said bat? What's bat? Aboriginal Power?
We're doing it on the bar, man. Why you can't do it on the bar?
No, we going live on Big Aboriginal Power. Pay per view.
Pay per view. Oh, y'all always trying to hide shit behind a paywall.
Ain't no hiding nothing, nigga.
Nigga, scary.
It makes us money, nigga.
You just want to hide it behind a paywall and shit.
Yeah, we're doing pay per view.
No, we ain't doing
Why
pay per view.
Why you doing pay per view? I want to get papered up.
And I want people to see the shit.
I
I'll
want
pay
money, nigga. You wasting my time arguing with me over some shit.
I'll shoot you
got me some money in my pocket.
I'll shoot you 50.
No, put some money in my pocket.
I just told you I'll shoot you 50, nigga.
My time on some dumb shit.
I'll shoot you 50.
You requesting me to come up for a free live freestyle debate.
He just said I'll shoot you 50 and you keep talking. You scared?
Put money up for wasting
Are you
my
scared?
time.
Did you not hear it?
Put some money up.
I just said 50. I'll give you 50, nigga.
I bet.
On the bar.
We have to be 100, nigga. Like, come on now. How many hours we've been up on this bitch?
I don't fucking know. It's only been
an
hour.
One. It's only been an hour.
Crazy, man.
Wasting my goddamn time on some pseudo shit.
Pseudo shit, huh?
It didn't feel like it was longer than an hour.
Pseudo crap.
This pseudo right here?
Be an African off a DNA kit. Them niggas ain't checking you.
They not checking who?
They ain't checking for you niggas.
They checked your ass.
Well, how? Nigga, I can't get no citizenship off of no DNA kit. The fuck? I love to see your monkey ass take a
Hi,
DNA
LB. Kit. I don't know who that is.
It's me, honey. It's me.
Oh, it's like, hey.
So I want to say that brother, you're wrong. We aren't descendants of Native Americans. You have that wrong completely. And I think that you should stand down with arguing this because just from you saying that knows that you don't know the history.
Yeah, I do.
No, she is not a Pan-African person. She's an Aboriginal person.
So why would you say that we're descendants of Native Americans?
NAGPRA. Have you heard of NAGPRA?
Hello, I'm asking you a question. Why
ma'am.
would you
Have you heard of
say?
NAGPRA?
Why would you say that we are descendants of Native Americans? What makes you believe that? Why would we? Why would
It's
we be
not belief,
descendants
man.
of
It's facts.
them? Why would we be descendants of them? So are you saying we're descendants of the Siberian because that they are the Native
Nope.
Americans? So
Nope. Wrong
who are
again.
we
Wrong
descendants of?
again.
No, I'm not
Wrong
wrong
again.
again.
Wrong again.
No, I'm
Because
not
they
wrong
have
again.
Negro bones. Hold on, Bam. Wrong again. Because they got Australoid Negro bones within their research, and they're having this debate as we speak now. They don't want it. They don't want this information.
We sequence those DNA.
That would indeed imply
we sequence those findings.
Hold on, bitch, nigga, because this back to Africa stuff is not putting
None
money.
of them are African.
It's
None
not.
Oh,
It's not.
well,
Nigga.
I'm
It's
not for.
So let's go over this NAGPRA stuff. Let me share my screen.
All right,
NAGPRA.
share your screen.
NAGPRA, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You do not.
That's why you ain't got no reparations claim in Africa. That's why them niggas beat you out and calling you an Akata.
And he the one talking about paying you. You talking about
and actually, niggas that got Fed recognition, they're getting papered up by the Mongoloid Siberians. So let's not play these games.
Mongoloid Siberians, right?
Yeah, they're papering up niggas that can prove their lineage, like Mike TV.
Hold on, let's talk about that Negro school, right? The Negro school in South America.
He got Fed recognition.
Lucia, right?
Let's not play these games. And he helped Black Americans find their Indian lineage.
I'm not. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question.
So let's read this.
Lucia, hold on. Lucia in South America. What was her haplogroup? What was her haplogroup?
Again, bro. Her
I want to know.
Don't matter, nigga. The craniometrics and those isolated Bodocudos.
What was her haplogroup?
So again, we're not playing haplogroup pseudo. We're talking about.
I'm asking you what was her haplogroup.
So let's read this.
The haplogroup shows our ancestry.
Shut the fuck up, bitch, nigga. We're not talking haplogroup babble. DNA don't have anything to fucking do with inheritance.
It does. It has a lot to do with it. Because the DNA she has is in common with East Asians. She shares in common with East Asians.
DNA ain't got shit to do with reparations.
It has everything to do with
ancestry. It does not. DNA does not have anything to do
with
reparations. No, it doesn't.
Where you get your DNA from? Where do you get
it does not.
Where do you get it from?
DNA does not have any
Where
fucking thing to do.
Where does your DNA come
DNA does not have any.
How did you inherit your DNA?
It comes from your parents.
From your parents. Where they get it from? Their parents. And so on and so on.
It ain't talking about no African. So again,
exactly. That's the point.
It's not talking about an African. No, it's not talking about race. It's not talking about your servitude.
Hey,
so let's
check
not
it
play
out.
these stupid
that
games.
Is the point. Native Americans are not Africans. Therefore, they're not related to your ass. They're related to East Asians.
Yes, they are. All humans are technically Africans, you moron.
East Asians because they share common ancestry.
Dumbass nigga. All modern humans have African DNA.
No, they don't.
Retard. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. So you believe? So again,
they do not.
Science. So again, yes, it does go back to Africa. All modern humans go back to Lucy and the Neanderthal and the Australopithecus. Let's not play these
Neanderthals.
That's what the DNA says. You dumb nigga. But those DNA ain't got shit to do with shit that makes up you. The recent DNA is autosomal, which goes down your 8 generation ancestors. It cannot take you to nobody in
the same thing I was saying earlier. They don't know the difference between speciation.
Again, that's entertainment. When you're talking BCE shit, that's entertainment. When we talking about your recent genealogical relatives that are share the same common genetics as you that are living today.
Okay.
We're not talking about no Neanderthal. We're not talking about King Tut. We ain't talking about Mansa Musa. We're talking about relatives that you can prove that's in your recent bloodline.
Check it out. So how far back does haplogroups go?
Nigga, haplogroups go back to thousands and thousands of years.
Okay, then.
You're not
So
talking
cool.
about no BCE shit.
So again,
Nigga, they're not giving out reparations for you claiming to be King Tut.
I don't care about reparations. I don't care. We're
You
not
don't,
talking about
gotcha.
Stay on
So
topic.
you don't care
Stay on
about
topic.
justice.
We're not talking about reparations.
Justice, so you
We're
do
talking
it
about
to
ancestry.
your own regular ancestors.
The American people that were here before colonial times are not African. They're not related to
You
you.
hit the nail on the head.
All right,
You
bro.
said that you don't care about reparations. Which
We're not talking about
reparations.
We're not
We
talking
don't
about
have nothing
reparations.
to talk about here because you talking about some superficial ancient BCE shit, and we talking about
What
stuff
are
that's
you
relevant
talking
to us
Wait,
here.
are you claiming to be an ancient American or not?
Nigga,
Because if you're claiming to be an ancient American, you're saying your ancestor was here.
And Plains and Mali, and we talk about stuff that occurred to us recently that we're owed.
Well, recently, your ass was majority African.
What the
Recently,
fuck does Wakanda got to do with your reparations thing, nigga?
Not no damn Native
You
American.
trying to go to Wakanda,
There
nigga?
is a difference.
You want your reparation to go to Wakanda?
He's crazy. I think he don't want to debate. I
do want to
it.
debate because he over here bringing up superficial, mythical Wakanda myths.
Nigga, you just told her that there's Negro
blood. You don't care about reparations.
Hold on, wait a minute. I got this
about.
You just told
that's what genealogy is about. So you are a nigger. That's what you is.
That came on that there's Negro bones in America. So I addressed one of the Negro bones in America that y'all love going to is Lucia, and I asked you what was your haplogroup?
And you pro dick sucking Africa. Is that what you all about?
My nigga, we talking about America, right?
You about dick riding Africa. So we ain't got nothing to talk about here.
Yeah, we do got a lot to talk about.
You about back to Africa, nigga. You about back to Africa. So
you ain't an American Indian, nigga.
You're irrelevant to this conversation.
You a pretend Indian, dude. You're not a real Indian.
African. You a Wakanda Zamundian, nigga.
Oh my God, this nigga's a
You a
pretend Indian,
nigga. We was kings. That's what you talking about. We talking about totally different things. Getting Black Americans their restitution, their land, their
what I come here? Hold on. What did you just tell that sister?
You talking about
what did you just tell that sister that there was an Negroid bone in South America, right?
Africanism.
Didn't you just tell her
all the way to Ghana and Sierra Leone and Liberia, but you not taking your goofy ass over there and getting yourself connected to a tribe?
Why would I need to?
Why do I need to? Why do I need to?
We're just talking about ancestry.
Hey, he sound like a Moor.
I need to fight for my sovereignty and anywhere I could just be black here and be a slave and be a subject under
the slave?
Government.
Who's a slave? Who's a slave?
You.
I'm a free man.
No, you say you was a slave. I was a slave. My ancestors were slaves.
My ancestors were slaves. They were.
We was kings.
That's just a matter of fact. Your ancestors were slaves too. And guess what? My ancestors probably enslaved your fucking ass.
Man, we slaves, man. We was slaves, man. We were king slaves, man. What you mean? Man, we came from Mansa Musa's, man. I don't want to hear the Igusi stories, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to hear the pounded yam stories, bro. One day, Willie climbed up in a tree and he saw a bird. I don't want to hear that pseudo shit. Stop playing with me. Now let's read what this shit say. Since y'all like the back Native American pseudo, let's read what it says. The Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Regulations, NAGPRA, are codified in 43 CFR Part 10. These regulations are designed to protect Native American human remains, funerary objects, and sacred objects, and objects of cultural patrimony, ensuring the respect, treatment, and return of lineal descendants and tribes. The Department of Interior issues the regulations to interpret and implement NAGPRA. And they have forced law recent updates to these regulations can be found in the final rules announced by the Interior Department. For more detailed information, you can refer to official National Park Service website. So the NAGPRA protection of the Indian Grays repatriation regulations. This is an act that promotes their Mongoloid, Bering Strait safe narratives while denying Black Americans Aboriginal claims, and it also prevents them from taking a DNA test. So when you try and use a DNA test to try and deny Black Americans,
Wait, they didn't say that shit.
Yes, it is. That's what it's used for, dumbass nigga. Repatriation regulations, it does. It prevents Native Americans from giving out their DNA to commercial companies. That's what that shit is for. And it also protects any scientists from in academic studies from testing their bones and artifacts that proves that Black Americans are
plenty of bones taken from sacred sites, and we just put them back. That's how we protect it, right? That's how we respect them. We put it right back after we're done sequencing the DNA.
Ooh, because we got clips
Montana man,
hold on, brother.
All these places.
Dumbass nigga.
We sequence the DNA and we just put them back.
We just put them back. Okay, to white people though. So again, for example, hold on, brother. Shut the fuck up. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, you dumb fuck.
Maybe you don't.
Again, hold on, dumbass nigga. Because they had a fucking Arkansas white person that pretended to be Choctaw and had NAGPRA to sit up here and lie and steal cultures from these Mississippian sites. The same, and I also been out there to Moundville, and I talked to the.
You trying to do right now?
Hold on, brother. Shut your bitch ass up. I know you don't travel.
That's the same shit you doing right now.
Background research. I know you ain't at these damn.
I guess it's only wrong you white. It's only wrong you white.
I know you was a prison wizard on 125th sucking off brother Larry and Sinetta and bro Reggie and all these other boy girls and shit. So again, I went out there to Moundville and I talked to this the Mingus curator that owns that entire Moundville site, and a lot of those Fed recognized natives that run white pretendian racket that steals these artifacts and bring it all the way out there to Oklahoma, even though their tribes ain't got nothing to do with these cultures.
Okay.
So again, you're doing
the same thing. You're doing the same thing. You're trying to steal people's culture that you don't belong to.
Ass up.
You're trying to steal people's culture that you don't belong to.
No, nigga, you over here stealing African culture. They even went on fucking X and told you niggas stop stealing our fucking Fulani braids, stop stealing our motherfucking face paint, stop stealing our culture and wearing it as a costume like Zamunda and Wakanda and this Beyonce Black is King shit. So what are you talking about, bitch nigga?
Okay.
You a tether.
What was your point?
You a whole tether, bitch nigga.
Well, you all over the place. You scatterbrained.
I'm not all over the place. I know what I'm talking about. You niggas are fucking ghetto agents.
We're ghetto agents. Gotcha.
Yes, you are. You a COINTEL ghetto.
So when we're gonna learn how most African Americans and Native Americans? I'm still waiting on that information. You haven't presented it yet.
Waiting on your information on how all.
We have some people here. We have Cheeto Pop and Morris Barbarian. I don't know.
Hey, what's going on with you, baby?
Hey, what's going on?
You're Massey in the house.
Yeah. The thing about it, I heard you going off on him, which is a good thing. But one thing he just said, something I'm not even much going to pay attention to him because he haven't done his genealogy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He just coming out of his mouth.
Who are you talking about? Who is he?
I'm not coming out of my mouth, Cheeto Pie, and I know what I'm talking about.
No, not you, baby. Not you. I say him. I say him, not you.
Who is him? It's like 4 hymns on the panel.
The dude that you was cursing out just now.
Oh, Lucifer?
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you know what he has done?
He ain't do his genealogy. He over here
How do
arguing.
you know what he has done? This is my thing. How do you tell somebody they didn't do something and you've never asked? It's already coming off like you're ignorant because you
No,
didn't
he
No,
even
actually
try to
has.
research who you're talking
He
to.
recognize your Massey
no.
ties. His
You didn't even research who you're talking to
speak
first
his
before you
ideology.
started asserting things. So therefore, how can I think that you do research for real anywhere else?
That's because, ma'am, he are.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, he just be obfuscating the
Ma'am,
whole.
he's
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Cheeto.
honey,
I don't even know who
honey,
this is.
wait, honey. You ain't hear what he said. You ain't hear what he said to me when you said somebody said they got Yamasi in the house, and that's what he said he ain't no Yamasi. You heard when he said that?
You're not. You're pretending, man. Y'all pretending.
See,
Y'all,
that's what I'm
Now
talking.
you
That's
two
what
have a conversation, and Tyron, you be quiet. And then the Morris Barbarian is probably going to say something against Tyron. You was talking some Morris shit that you probably didn't know about. So go ahead, Cheeto Pie and Lucifer.
so just like I said, honey, you know what I'm saying? From him saying that, right? He should have known that they actually called tribal people Negroes that was in the Southeast, okay?
so what? So what?
You know what I'm saying? And that was congressional records that said that the Yamasi was here pre-Columbian. So that was dealing with the 1300s, which would be pre-Columbian.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So by him saying that, that's why I mean that he haven't done his research. He haven't done his investigation. Because if he did, he wouldn't be speaking out of terms.
So can
That's
you
what
show?
I'm saying.
Can you show me how you connect to the Yamasee people? Show me how you connect to them.
Through
And
my
since
mother. Through my
okay,
mother.
so okay, through your
Through
mother.
my mother.
All right, so
And through
your
my
mother.
mother.
All right, so you can easily do this. Show us the proof. Show us the evidence. Where's your DNA?
I got the DNA.
Can I see your DNA test results?
I got the DNA.
Show
It's
it to
not
me.
going specifically. It's not going specifically say Yamasi if that's what you're looking for.
No, I'm not looking for that. I just need you to at least point in the direction of Native American ancestry. That's it. Show it to
It's
me.
not native. It's not Native American, bro. My bloodline actually, I have multi-ethnic admixtures.
Can you just show me your DNA results?
I can show you my DNA results. There ain't no problem, bro.
All right, share your screen.
They don't have DNA on the Yamasi because they're deemed extinct.
Just be quiet,
And
bro.
plus, they're
Tyron, stop. Could you unshare your screen for me, please? Thank you.
Yep,
Both
yep.
of y'all got y'all screen shared, Tyron and Lucifer.
Yeah, we just waiting on that DNA real quick. And once we pull it up, we can look and see where your ancestry go back to. Is it pre-colonial American? Let's see.
Or
Or
it's
is it?
Mesoamerica. It's Mesoamerica. It's
Okay.
Mesoamerica, if you want to know.
Let me see it. I would like to see it. The people would like to know because y'all making these ancestral claims.
It should be the link should be at the top of the light.
I cannot flip the screen. Oh shit.
Gullah is related to Yamasi, Miccosukee, Hichiti, Wali. These are Muskogee speaking groups.
Who's gonna okay?
But your man just
but this man is speaking for himself, so he got it. You know why he's he don't need you to say it.
We know the history. Y'all don't.
Sure. I know one thing.
Sure. We know it.
I know one
thing.
We know for sure.
North African American Museum in that Gullah document.
Hey, Tyron, hold on. We heard enough of you. What's up, Apollo?
What's going on?
Okay, I just want to say to dude with the annoying voice.
If you heard him earlier.
Listen, you sat here and just said the Yamasi are deemed extinct. That's bullshit because the University of Florida has already proved that they weren't extinct and that they hid within other tribes to survive. So I don't know. Like, you got to stop speaking for people because you don't know what you're talking about.
This nigga got 2.2% Mesoamerican. Wow. What's the rest of your DNA say? Hold on.
Yeah, I can't find them.
You try to put me on.
I was trying to find them so I could.
But I'm going to say this to you, Joshua. Their tribe is solidified already. They are recognized already. And they proved
He didn't
University
say
of
it wasn't a
Florida.
tribe. He was trying to
No.
say that.
Hold on. The University of Florida already proved that the Yamasee wasn't extinct, that the government wrote them out of history. But you can go look on the University of Florida website and find that.
I got you. No one's disagreeing there. Click the rest of your estimates. You got 2.2% Andean DNA. Okay, what's the rest of your ethnicity estimate?
You see that, right? You see that, right?
I see it. Now show the rest of it.
Do you know what they mean when they say about 2%? Do you know what they mean by 2.2%? Do you know what they mean by that?
Yeah, I understand DNA. So over time, hold on. What are you about to say? No, put it back on the screen. No, we're not doing that, bro. Put your DNA back. Put it back on the screen.
You ain't scientist.
Honey, I'm sick of you right there.
Put it back on the screen.
And I'm going to kick D ass when I see him.
How you do that?
He came to get me for this shit.
Oh my God, y'all!
But
You agree with this? You're an abo. You agree with these people?
No, I don't agree with this dude. I don't know what the hell.
I agree with Tyron.
So
Yeah,
listen,
you
so
tell him y'all
Joshua,
wouldn't
there's going to be an admixture, right? Because we did mix. Like that's not good. That's not. Hold on, that's not.
No Native American
arguing that. No one's
No,
arguing.
hold on. Can I finish talking, Joshua? Can I finish?
Hold on, give me a minute, because you letting them off the rope.
I'm not letting nobody off the rope.
He need to bring his DNA test back up, nigga, with 2.2%. What's the rest of your goddamn DNA?
Bro, I got many admixtures, bro. I got many admixtures.
Bro, let it be.
What's the most?
You said you wanted to see about the American. I'm gonna tell you like Brown said, you trying to move the goalpost. You said you wanted to see the American. You said you wanted to see the American, so I showed you the American.
Whole genome. You West Central African, nigga. Stop trying to hide it. You West Central African. Majority of your ancestry go back to West Central Africa, and you don't want to fucking share it because you want to live.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
You ain't gonna share it.
Lucifer, let's see your genealogy.
Can we have like a decent conversation here? Like this is crazy.
You can't when it's too much.
This is why.
Okay, go ahead.
This is why I don't engage. This is why I don't engage, and you see why I don't engage, honey, because we have to understand the whole history. We are going to have African admixtures because guess what? We did mix.
Majority.
No. Admixture.
Wait a minute.
The admixture, like, is what he just showed. If you're the majority of something, that's not.
We're going to have that, right? But I have a question. You do know that before they brought Africans into the Americas, not just America, North America, into the Americas, that they took whole tribes out of here and put them in Spain and in Africa, right?
Yes,
you know that, right?
Yes, we do know that. Yes.
Okay, so now with that being said, fast forward hundreds of years later, huh? Hello?
Oh, he gone.
I didn't say anything.
No,
I said it. I know what she about to say, and it's going. Okay.
I mean, because I don't want to get into the whole out of Africa theory with you guys, right? Because honey, I'm not even going to argue that. Because me personally, right. I'm not like, you can't convince me that they know exactly where everybody started. When the first shit started, it was either out of Australia or out of Africa. So that's not even my point. But if you take people out of a land, right? And that's certain, like something like migration patterns, right? When they didn't have DNA back then. So fast forward hundreds of years, whatever DNA that we have here is going to show up there. The reason why I say that, because even when they found dude in South Carolina who had the oldest Y DNA in the world, they ran to Africa instead of them testing men here. They didn't test men here to see how many other men in America had a part of that lineage. They went to Africa, to Cameroon, and found people 11 mutational steps away.
Yes, because
So we gotta kind of sometimes think it's not. My thing is, we covered this whole earth, so we like it is not far fetched.
We as in Homo sapiens.
Honey, don't do it.
I was trying to be clear.
Honey, don't do it, honey.
But,
you know, it's like we gotta kind of think that, you know, maybe there's some truth to some shit sometimes. And there's other things out there that you can look at. There's other information. And see, honey, you about to make me try to pull up my old hard drive and try to find some of this shit. Cause you and I know that's what you trying to do. I know it. You know, it's like we DNA because culture and all of these other things, language and all of these other things exist as well.
They do exist, but they don't make babies. That's the problem. They don't make babies. Culture
So Joshua, let me get this straight. Yeah, because if this is your stance completely, then I can't, like, I'm not even going to argue with you. Your stance is everybody came from Africa.
My stance South Africa doesn't have anything to do with this conversation.
That's what I'm asking you. Because if that's the case, then I don't want to engage any further.
Listen, my stance is that what we call African Americans today, majority of their ancestry comes from Western Central Africa. That's a fact. We don't have to play these games. We can go back 8,000, 16,000. Hold on, because when I asked you to show your DNA, you was quiet. So be quiet real quick. Majority of African American DNA time. Just be quiet for a minute. I know it's hard for
you. Okay, you know what, Joshua? Listen, we can have this conversation later. I'm gonna drop off of this right now because I can't deal with this dude and his shit. So I'm gonna drop off and we can have this conversation later to get some clarity.
He asked me to show how I was tied to the Yamasi. I just showed him how I was tied to the Yamasi, dealing with 2.2%. I just showed them that.
Yeah, I'm about to explain.
That's how I'm tied to the Yamasi. That's what you asked specifically. That's what you asked specifically, sir.
You see on the screen right here? You see what that say? Patterns of genetic ancestry of self-reported African Americans. Can you see that? You see what that say? Genome-wide ancestry. Estimates of African Americans show an average proportion of what? 73.2% African. Majority of it African. And then 24% European. And 0.8%, less than 1% Native American. That's on average. That's African Americans on average. Majority of your ancestry is going to come from Western Central Africa. There's no way around it. And that's why you didn't show the rest of your DNA test. That's why you didn't show it. Go ahead, man.
Once again, and I'm about to get ready to ask you, is that by way of the mother or the father?
Autosomal DNA is all your DNA. So mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, paternal grandfather, paternal grandmother, paternal grandmother, on and on and on and so forth until like 1,000 ancestors. 8 to 10 generations. That's what your autosomal DNA encapsulates.
No, it only goes to 8 generations, you liar. And it don't go all the way to
thousands. There you go. There you go. She just busted your line.
So within, hold on real quick. So 8 generations is how long?
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, and how long is that? So nobody know how long a generation is, but you up here talking shit.
Ain't like 30 years or something?
Yes.
So 240
it's not 30. It's not 30. It's 40.
No, it's not. It's 29
so
years.
If it's 40, that's even worse.
It's 40.
So 8 times 29 is what?
Well, you know, who don't know it? 232.
Within any of your generations, that's 8.
So how you gonna think that that's only 50 people in 232 years?
Yeah,
You're
so
not going to have an African in the 8th,
it's like 1,000 people. Hold on,
the 7th,
hold
or
on,
the 6th
hold on. So
generation.
accounting for 1,000 of your ancestors going back 200 years, majority of it's African. Shut your dumb ass up, man. What's wrong with you? Majority of it's African.
No, you're not, because you got to have an identifiable Bantu ancestor in your genealogical records.
Bantu.
So 200 years ago, you're not going to have a specific African
have bodies
unless you're Martin Delaney.
We have bodies.
Unless
Tyron,
you're Martin Delaney,
we have
no, you're not.
slave burials. We have slave burials.
Okay, we got slave burials.
And they cluster with other African Americans today.
So again,
we have slave burials that cluster with modern African Americans.
Brother. Yeah,
we share ancestry
the
with
numbers of alleged Africans are minuscule.
Oh my God! Here we
go. What?
I just told you the numbers.
So why
you didn't, because what you didn't show us is the opposite numbers. Listen, you can't show one side and then be like, and the other side is astronomical. Well, where are those numbers? Well, they're hidden. There's none. There isn't any. But it's big. It's bigger than that. No, that's not how that goes. That's not how that goes. You can't show one side and then be like, but the other side is way bigger than this. I don't have any evidence of it though, but we should just believe it because I said it. No, that's not how that goes.
Man, just show your ass up Sunday.
No, man. This is my show. It's my name in the title. So again, you called me up here to beat your ass. So again, I showed you the slavevoices.com. I showed you the numbers. And that's what Henry Gates put out there based on Philip D. Curtin's questioning on these main.
You didn't show the Native Indigenous.
Are you gonna keep
show the Native Indigenous slaves?
I'm telling you what happened. I'll tell you what the indigenous slaves are. They didn't keep count of them because they were clumping them in as Negroes. That's how you can't even comprehend that book that you tried to use against me. So again, the numbers I just showed you.
Where's the fucking numbers? I just want the numbers, man. Just show me the goddamn filibustering for what? Why the fuck do you keep filibustering and not showing shit? Where's the numbers?
This is from your source.
I want the numbers.
You don't have any numbers. There's no numbers. He already told us there's no numbers.
It's all hidden.
He said it. He said there's no numbers. He said they only say it's a little bit, but that's a lie. It's more.
I got a number right here: 72%, 73% on average. West African. How about that?
So you use Skip Gates as your source. You love DNA, right?
This is not Henry Louis. This is not Henry Louis Gates.
By white people.
This is not Henry Louis Gates Jr. Hold on, let's go up. Let's scroll up. What does this say right here?
So where are the Native Americans that are doing this? Where are the Abos that are doing it?
Right here. Does that look like Henry Louis Gates Jr.? Shut your dumb ass up, man.
A white man.
And
yeah, you love white men. You love white science.
You just quoted
white science. So again, like I said, because
okay, who's this guy? The other person that's on here.
Cheeto
because
Pod.
He has more sense. Cheeto Pod has more sense. He knows how to carry himself at least and say what he wants to say. So what I'm saying is, what I want to ask you, Cheeto is, do you only identify with the 2% DNA that you have?
No, I already said that I deal with admixtures, but dealing with that, he actually asked me specifically how am I tied to the Amasi, and I showed him dealing with that 2%. That's what
no. I know. I'm not talking about that part. I know that's why you showed that. I'm asking you just period. Do you identify with only that? Do you identify with all of the things that's in your thing?
Yeah, I deal with all of the ethnicities that's dealing with the admixtures. Yes.
Right, so you're a bunch of different things, not just Yamasi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So you're African.
I'm African. I'm Indian. Because I got Indian too in my family. Hindustanian.
Okay.
I have Hindustanian. I have Hindustanian. I have Hindustanian. I have French. I have German. Okay. So I mean, hell.
He's my brother from another mother.
And then another thing is my people from off of my mother's father's side of the family is Igbo. So And the Igbo and them not from Africa. They migrated there to Nigeria. So
Whoa. You said the Igbo are not from Africa?
no, they're not from Africa. They migrated to Africa.
From where?
You don't know?
Yeah, tell me. I don't know.
Yeah, they migrated to Nigeria. They're not from Nigeria. The Igbos are not from Nigeria.
Well, where did they start? Where did they migrate from? I never heard this.
They migrated out of which would became known as the Levant right there by the Asia Minor.
Hell no.
You said from the Levant?
No.
Asia Minor, which will be the land of Canaan.
No.
Wait. Whoa. I'm going to ignore the Canaan. You said, wait. You said that they went from the Levant to what part of Africa?
They went to
Like this
Nigeria.
had to be a mass migration. Is it a
It was
migration?
a mass migration. They migrated.
Or is it
they
like
migrated.
they get stolen?
They migrated to Nigeria.
You a black Hebrew Israelite too?
No, I'm not a black Hebrew Israelite, bro.
That sounds like some Israelite shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
The Igbo identify as Hebrews. So, and also the Hebrews.
But he just said no. You be coming in messing up his argument.
Africa, so let's not play these dumb ass.
You identify as a Native Indian, but you're not. Just because somebody
again, you identify as an African, but you're not. You don't even have the record. You're over here babbling less than 1% test that can't even prove your race.
I'm definitely an African.
What are you talking about, retard?
I'm definitely.
Show your genealogy. Let's see what slave ship you rolling on. Let's see what's your West African chief. Let's see your ties to
need a West African chief to know your ancestry.
Let's see your evidence.
2025. This ain't the
Let's
fucking.
see your West African
second century.
Evidence. Let's see your Kunta Kinte.
You don't again.
Pull it up, nigga. You want to ask for people's genealogy?
To determine if you're African or not.
Government acting like a government agent. Let's see your genealogy. Let's see your integrity. Prove your African integrity.
Yeah, I can prove my African ancestry.
Let's see it. Genealogical paperwork. I ain't talking DNA. I want to see your paperwork.
DNA. Yeah, I'm gonna show you DNA.
No, I want to see your paperwork. I want to see surnames. I want to see people. I want to see
into my family tree.
I want to see your peoples, nigga. I want to see them on the Southern Claims Commission.
I got you.
I want to see that shit. I don't want to see no DNA autosomal. I want to see your people, nigga. I want to see who.
I got you.
Okay, but I have another question about this mass migration. When did it happen?
Chronology.
Huh?
I said
I just never heard that, so I'm like trying to understand.
They actually let me see if I can find this video where the elders in it was speaking about that. I'm looking for it right now. Hold on.
Yeah, they not from
Is the one that keep getting dropped back? That's who the one that was talking about Moors.
I ain't talking about no Moors.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Pan Africans. Honey Clark brought up that shit.
Nah, listen, I just said
no,
it must have been you. You was the one that was talking
about
Moors.
Honey Clark.
It must have been you.
She was judging the Moors. So again, I'm gonna let the Moors brother get into your ass.
Yeah, you're not, because he's a Moorish barbarian. But what I'm saying is you were spitting Moorish doctrine, actually.
No, I'm not.
You were saying that they were. Hey, listen, it's recorded.
Because
it's recorded.
Freemasons like Henry Louis Gates.
Henry Louis
Gates.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Them niggas are also Moors. The Boule, they are Moors. They dirty Moors.
You said that the Moors was over here along with the Native Americans.
Allen, are they not Masons?
You said the Moors were over here with the Native Americans.
Yes, they were. You literally got the Lenape.
Okay, but you said I brought
these people are Moorish. So
the Moors was over here with the Native Americans, though.
But you over here protecting. Hold on, Honey Clark.
So you have a Moorish doctrine.
Because
I just said,
Honey Clark, you're over here defending the pretendian white. racial
Bro,
caste system on a reservation.
as much as you've been talking, nobody could defend anything with you. You can't
But you
shut the
call
fuck
me
up.
up here
You have
for a show.
diarrhea
You
of the
got my
mouth.
name in the title.
Yes, and you have diarrhea of the mouth. But there's no smoke coming from you. You're crying.
On Facebook Messenger.
You're crying.
No, you're
Stop
crying.
crying and
I'm
actually
being
talk.
monkey.
There you go. You can learn from people like, the other people on the panel who know how to get their point across without just having diarrhea of the mouth. That's not how you get your point across. That's not how you get anybody to listen to you. It doesn't prove that you're right or any of that, just because you can just talk a lot. So anyway, were you gonna bring up your DNA or something?
Yeah, I was gonna show him my DNA. There it is. There.
We got 86%. He more African than me. That's crazy.
Yeah, 82% African. You want to show my ancestry, nigga? There it is.
There you go.
I asked you for genealogical records. I didn't say DNA test.
Sure. Well,
let me see your family tree, nigga.
Here's my family tree.
Let me see your family tree. That's not a family tree.
Here it is. It's my family tree.
Family tree.
Yeah, it is because I
no,
descend from these groups.
Dumbass nigga. I said paper genealogy. Do you not understand what paper genealogy is?
I descend from these populations. What are you talking about? That's my family tree.
This is how niggas don't know how to read, comprehend, don't know how to listen. That is not genealogy.
That shows how you don't know how to listen. He said, I'm going to show you my...
This is why Honey Clark, watch this. Honey. Uncover the unique genetic assemblage that has been passed down to you from your ancestors. Those are my ancestors right there. Those are all the populations I descend from. What are you talking about?
You're fucking African.
Yeah.
So again, let's see the paper documents that point to you being African. Let's see the genealogical records.
That shit look like your people was part of the sub-Saharan training, trans-Saharan training. Jesus.
So let's not play these pseudo games. Let me see your records that you are part of these tribes.
Bro, how do I get DNA? How does anybody get DNA?
Nigga, I'm not talking about no damn
right.
DNA.
He just sat here and played that whole goddamn thing about DNA.
Do you have the boat you came in on?
Bro, when you came here, you sat here and said, no, you put a whole video up. You put a whole video up about DNA and how it works. You put a whole video up about how it works, how DNA works. Now you acting like you don't know how it works.
A DNA result. I want to see Kunta Kinte.
Why? Because yours said you were African.
Your family tree.
African and Asian.
In your family tree.
Kunta Kinte is a fictional character.
I want to see him in your family tree.
A fictional character?
Do you not know how to comprehend? I didn't say DNA. I said, let me see paperwork, genealogical.
This is literally my family tree. Literally.
No, it's not, nigga. Okay,
it really is.
Who your auntie? Who your uncle? Where the uncle? Where the uncles?
Hey, Jeff, dude, you know you got a Morse migration family history?
Man, it's probably a minor component.
Ain't no matter. The whole north top of Africa right there. The whole... the whole, huh?
It's minus 1%.
No, that where it say Libya, name, Algiers, Mali. That's the 1% right there.
Yeah.
That's a big ass 1%. What you mean?
No, it's just telling you how much. Y'all get caught up on how big the shape of the.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. No, I just said the migration though. It coming from the North
coming from North Africa, yes, but it's very.
So you full tether.
But it go all the way across. Like you got Ethiopia.
Yeah, and then they came. What I'm saying migration is because it's saying that it came from up top of there and then it rested down there in the Ivory Coast.
I'm just happy this nigga not spazzing on
genealogy. You're running from the genealogy part.
I'm running from what?
No, you running from your DNA, Tyron. You running from your DNA. You're running from that 86%.
I'm not running from anything. I told you my DNA. It's not hidden. You recording it.
No.
Yeah, you're a fan.
Signal
You're a fan of
recorded
me, Honey Clark. You're a fan. You're a
Okay.
fan. You're a fan. You're a fan.
But you're
So,
an African.
let's not play. You're a fan.
You're an African.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I'm an
you are.
American. I'm an
You're an
American.
African.
Okay, what
You're African.
citizenship do
Should
I
we
have?
play it again?
Honey Clark, what citizenship?
Should we play it again?
What citizenship? What
Citizenship don't mean shit.
Yes, it does. It means
why?
sovereignty, it means land claims, it means reparations. Why don't you want any of these things? You do
Okay. So that's why you're trying to be Native American, because you want some
reparations? Why don't
land.
you want land? Why don't you want sovereignty?
That's why you
don't
want some
connection
land.
to your tribe and culture?
You could get land and shit without being Native American.
Percentage.
You know,
Why
Africans
are you
can own
things off of
land.
eugenics percentage?
African Americans can own land
Why do
too.
these niggas want to claim something off of percentage? And
Why are you doing that?
Land, money.
Like, what are you talking about?
Connections.
Why
Why
you
are these
scared
people
of
so
your
against
genealogy?
their own genealogical records?
Why do you
go against your ancestry?
Why do you go against your ancestors? Majority of
why
your
do you, when Africans go against your ancestors?
You're going against your ancestors. You're literally doing
because
this
y'all
shit.
haven't given me a physical person.
Fuck your ancestors. You want to roll with
You
some
only
random
gave me a
motherfuckers in the
guesstimate
Americas
percentage and not a relative.
years ago.
Who are you related to? Are you related to Mansa Musa?
I'm related to Nigerians.
No, you're saying you're related to Mansa Musa, a vague percentage to a modern country that was given that name in the 1940s. Gotcha. So you don't have any relatives. You're just orphan walking around here claiming random countries in Africa, but you ain't got no connection to Africa. You ain't got no sovereignty. You ain't got no land. You ain't got no money. You broke in America and over here begging for resources.
Who begging for resources?
You're the only one begging.
Make it make sense,
sir.
You a whole family.
Don't get online and start telling us about
you
your
asked
business.
Me up here. You asked me up here.
You telling us your business though. We didn't ask you about how hard it is in life for you.
Bitch, you asked me up here.
We didn't ask you about your life and how hard it is.
So much you say you not. That don't even make no sense, my nigga. You came up with that. I better be
I told you a fan of these luckies and these
between a Nigerian and this fucking nigga. Hate yourself so much you say you not. That don't even make no sense, my nigga. You came up with that. I bet if he cut his camera on, we couldn't even tell the difference between a Nigerian and this fucking.
So, lookership, babble rap, hood rap logic.
You do lookership, bruh.
You know lookership.
He's only doing lookership.
That's all you do. Oh, look at these black people.
You
Look
bring
at
up
these
nothing. Nigga, all you brought up from West African fallacy. So again, you the one that called me up here to beat your ass and call you out your name.
Oh, I'm gonna sleep on your ass, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna go sleep on you, nigga.
There's something wrong with you. Says the nigga that want a pay-per-view. Exactly.
This nigga gonna be white noise in a minute. I'm gonna fall asleep. Hell no. Is he showing up Sunday? Make sure that nigga show up. I'm finna beat this nigga ass.
Show up on Sunday. You can see us in the chat, Tyron.
I have my sources.
Say bye. Say bye, Tyron. Say your goodbyes.
No.
You got the flow. Now you got the flow. You don't want to talk. That's your goodbye.
You was crying in the chat and wanted me to beat your ass.
You ready to say goodbye? That's your goodbye? I got you on full screen. Go ahead.
I got you.
All right. So Tyron will be back, y'all. Next time he won't have diarrhea of the mouth. He gonna have his sources together and all that.
Gotcha.
Anybody else want to say their goodbyes?
Yeah, it's why death for me. 2025 ain't no suit alive. You know how we fucking rocking. Yeah, gang. Yep. I'm out.
This nigga with his yaps. All the barbarian, thanks for coming through. Apollo?
No doubt, man. It's head on the wall for all y'all, man. That's all I gotta say.
Put their heads on the wall. I should be playing that song as an outro. I don't even got the song on here. Well, thank y'all for coming through on this impromptu show. when I was beating y'all up, y'all ain't want to say nothing. Well, nobody here. But no, I'm just playing. We beat up a pseudo. Everybody show up. I haven't really talked to the abos, but we probably gonna be talking to them more. Hopefully, he come through on Sunday, like he say he going to. All right, so here we go.
That's what I'm saying. You got 2 bands. He'll come at them hoes. What you know about the bar reloaded? We slide through when we rag. But you look like the next nigga. I'm rolling my wood with my brags. Barbarians is lurking. You get treated how you deserve it. Niggas eating their feelings every time I get to curving. We be working, nigga, swinging and we serving niggas. Talking shit, you working triggers. Pseudo in the victim. Bring your head back to the bar and hang it on the wall. It's tricks on you tonight. Bet you thought your ass could fight. Who the fuck is Yaya Bantu? A weak bitch nigga from St. Louis. Got a little bitty bitch named Silky Perm. Ain't got no sources, just one bird. We slide through niggas straight capping. We shoot these niggas for practice. Got about 5 fucking people on your YouTube. These niggas talk, don't know shit. Couldn't tell you what the primary source is. I shoot bitch niggas in their throat. You don't stand on your 5. Bitch ass niggas from birth. Talk all the shit to lift your skirt. Pussy ass niggas go read a book. Maybe your ass wouldn't be so shook, nigga. Yeah, y'all got a count on for wasting my time. Once the barbarians is on you, you can't press rewind. And his bitch Suki got a count on for wasting my time. Once the barbarians is on you, you can't press rewind. We be working, nigga, swinging and we serving niggas. Talking shit, you hurting triggers. Pseudo in the victim. Bring your head back to the bar and hang it on the wall. It's tricks on you tonight. Bet you thought your ass could fight.